He played. Look, man. All right. He did a lot of things smart, man. Fucking with Teddy, just Teddy did him grimy.
It was more of the fact of it just seemed like out of all the niggas who didn't have a plan B, he didn't. You know what I mean?
The real estate.
Especially knowing what he was facing, it just felt. I don't disagree with how it ends.
And then remember, he ran through the cash that every drug dealer got to the side. He ran through that too,
doing dumb shit, trying to keep back in the game, investing in all that goofy shit. It wasn't like, all right, well, let me at least keep some of these properties. Let me make some bread on side. Let me go move this money around. Like it wasn't. That's why Veronique was looking at his goofy ass like, nigga, you sold the cribs.
Yeah, trying to get the old money back. You ain't got no other plan? Like, you still trying to get that money? Like, come on.
The nigga who had the money literally was shot and killed in your face, and you think you getting that back? You think there's gonna be some magic number that you could?
That nigga went to go see Peach. It's like, bro, what's...
Pete just looked at him like, nigga, you coming at me for money? I'm the dope fiend. Like, are you crazy? Like, it just seemed like it was like... It felt like Game of Thrones. The last 4 episodes was just like, bro, like...
He was just hella desperate. They played into it.
They just eroded the character quickly, though.
No, they did.
They did the same thing with Danny.
The same thing with Danny. You know what I mean?
I feel like every time I rewatch that shit now, I feel like we just wasted all that time.
All that build up of Danny.
All that shit was wasted.
Think about the build up of Danny.
That shit pisses me off every time I rewatch Game of Thrones. Like, bro, this shouldn't even be on here.
She's arguably the greatest female character developed in TV history.
Yeah, that's true.
But you can't really say that because of how it is.
I feel you.
She was trash.
Wait, who's the greatest character?
You said you could argue Danny.
Daenerys Targaryen.
Getting sold to...
The way they build up her character,
to being the queen.
probably one of the best character developments ever. Because you didn't know what the fuck she was about to be. She went from concubine whore to damn near the queen of the whole kingdom.
The whole world. The most powerful woman in the world.
And then you've seen every step of the way. You've seen her get raped. You've seen her kill somebody. You've seen her take over, how she delegate. Seen her get betrayed. Like, you've seen her go through everything.
For that shit.
Interesting.
Yeah, they tore her down quick. But everything in Game of Thrones felt rushed at the end. And they made us wait 2 years. Still.
I agree with Nick. Like, rewatching it,
You rewatch Game of Thrones?
I'm rewatching it now. I'm on season 7.
Damn.
Season 6.
How many seasons?
The first 4 seasons probably feel like the greatest TV of all time.
Season 6
bro.
may have been the best season. That shit was good.
You say 6?
6.
Also, I thought it was just 1 through 4. It was like the run through.
No.
skips.
Nigga, everything but the last season.
Season 1 through 4 fire
Season
too.
7 is when you kind of start seeing the shit start to shake.
But he's saying it good.
No, he said 6.
Okay.
This
Season
season 6
7.
that's when Cersei blew up the
7 seems
Sept.
straight though.
That's Battle of the Bastards.
That's
It's been straight.
That's
but
after
it's getting janky because Arya coming back. You won't know what's going on. Bran doing some weird shit. You starting to see it now. Like like it's not making as much sense as it did.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, so you seen after the shame and all that shit.
yeah.
Oh, that's
season 6 fire, bro.
Yeah, to me, my favorite episode is Battle of the Bastards, bro. That's the most gangster
That's
episode,
not even
bro.
that ain't even the finale.
Oh, I know it's
that's
not.
no-
I know
that's
it's
not
not.
an
She
episode.
blow the Sept up like that season.
That
was
was
fire,
cool,
bro.
But nah, bro, Battle of the Bastards. The whole, bro, the way they shot that shit, the way it started off, he said, yeah, go ahead and run.
To me, my favorite season is season 3, bro. When Rob died.
That's
Spoiler.
How's that a spoiler?
I don't know.
That shit like hella years old.
It's the greatest. It's the biggest TV show in the world. You ain't seen it by now. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
but
you tripping.
nah, Rob was my nigga, bro. I was literally rooting for him out of everybody.
Who was the bat? What was his name?
Ramsey?
Yeah,
Ramsey
the way he
Bolton.
got ate by his own dogs.
Ramsey.
They're loyal beasts. Okay, nigga.
Ramsey
Nah,
was
I
a
love
beast,
how
though.
it licked his face first and then just chomped on
Yep.
chomped on his jaw. I was like, and I love how what's her name? Redhead girl. She was like, nah, I want to see this shit. This
she
nigga
ain't
done
turning
some
that.
shit to me.
Yep.
And that was after she went through the other king, the prince. Oh, she went through hell.
She went through a lot.
She went through hell.
Have you
Ramsey?
have you watched any episodes of The Idol yet?
Idol.
The weekend show.
Nah, I have not.
You can skip that. If you
I didn't get to hear what y'all thought about the finale.
I listened to the music, and the music was questionable, so I said, oh, nah, I'm
The
good.
music is better than the show.
Really?
Absolutely.
Ooh, so I'm glad that's a hilarious thing you
The
said.
music is a lot better.
That's
than
He
crazy.
just thought he said the music was shaky, and then he said,
Yeah, he said
that's,
the music
that's the
better.
best part.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the best part, man.
So, yeah, when I heard the music, bro, I was like, I'm good. I don't
the
even.
best part, bro.
Yeah, I'm
It's
good.
trash.
I think
this last scene though, when they were doing the audition, that shit was great. That was the best scene of the whole series.
Oh, during when
It went on
she
for
had
too
them
long.
performing. Yeah,
It did go on
way
for
too
too
long.
long.
Way
It
too
went
long.
on for too long, but it was good though.
Like once
the
she
back
got, they could have stopped
commentary,
before
all
they
that
got.
shit.
They could have stopped after Chloe and Moses.
Yeah, I agree. After
I ain't need
Moses,
to hear them other ones.
You know what show y'all should watch? Me and wifey just finished. I think it's just like a little short thing. I think it's only 5 or 6 episodes. It's called Swarm. On
Yeah, we been
Prime
watching
TV.
that, bro.
Oh, y'all. I just got put on.
You just got put on? You fucked with it though?
Yeah,
Donald Glover
you know,
did.
That's
it was
our
very
cue right
artistic.
there.
It was
I
very
thought he was gonna
artistic.
say Silo or some shit.
Nah, hey, I
Nigga, that's
literally
March.
just got,
Oh, yeah, we went.
I just got put on.
Foundation come back Friday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we
I know.
watched it.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm on
in it.
episode 9 of Silo, bro, and I'm upset
I couldn't even make it to that.
because you know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know what's going on. I'm just I ain't.
Let me know
it
when you
ain't
finish it.
interesting.
I want to hear what your thoughts on the.
Ken, I can tell you now. I'm upset.
Now I
you
gotta
already know,
watch
bro.
it. I gotta watch it in the end.
The villains of the story.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, yeah, I got you, bro.
I probably common name.
There's no good black man in that show. I'll say that. They either a demon or incompetent.
Where you at with Silo?
Episode 5.
It's a little slow in the middle, so
Yeah, man,
be
it's like-
patient, bro. Be
Nah,
patient.
they kicked the
What is going
they
on?
kicked the can on that shit.
Yeah, they did a lot of
because
a lot
I
of world
thought
building.
episode 8 was the finale.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, they crazy if they ended like this. Then I seen the episode and I'm like, oh okay, they kicking the can.
Nah, just you're almost there.
How
You're
many
almost
episodes
there.
is it? 10?
I'm
10,
gonna fight through.
10.
All right.
Yeah, I think I got up to 7. I waited until they the last 3, and then I watched all 3 in order. But
I don't like how they doing it.
yeah,
the
but
black folk in that
but
show.
yeah, nah. But they started out hot. They were dropping bodies, bro.
was.
I was like, shit.
That shit was
First couple of
fire.
episodes,
What type of show is this?
everybody.
Shit
was
is like
getting-
it's like a crime thriller.
Oh, okay.
But it's set. In
What's it
like,
on?
It's one of those
It's on Apple
fantasy
TV.
building
Apple TV?
shows.
Yeah.
though.
Why
It's like
feel
set
that shit?
underground or some shit.
Okay.
It's like a whole and it's like conspiracies and
Post-apocalypse,
shit.
like what's above ground.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's
It's a
get
good premise.
started. This is the place where sports opinions collide. That is sports. I'm your host, Kenneth B. And joining me on the show, we have FIFO,
What it do?
Spike Lou,
What up, though?
and Nick.
I almost
Yeah.
tripped you up earlier
Yeah,
today. Yeah. Neighborhood nigga dick.
Shout out to CD, man. Stay as long as you can. Drop your questions when you get a moment. We got you, bro. But yeah, we are just here for this quick bonus episode, just to kind of recap everything that went down with free agency. You know, summer league has started a little bit, so I don't know if there's anything on that. But primarily, everything that went down with free agency, a couple of trades took place as well. So yeah. I mean, we've been sitting there chit chatting for about 5 minutes, and we're gonna keep you guys holding.
Do you want to talk
guys
about
up any longer?
free agency first or summer league first?
Let's go through summer league.
Okay, because I mean, there's only
'Cause
one.
it's real
There's only
quick.
about 2 people I want to talk about in summer league, and obviously it's Wemby, and the other one is Brandon Miller.
I got somebody else.
Okay, well let's start with Wemby.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
not bury the lead. How he look to y'all?
He looked like he was supposed to.
He looked like the number 1 overall pick.
Yes.
The savior of the NBA type shit.
Yeah. Because look, even in that first game where he struggled, I think he shot 3 of 11.
He was like he had like 9, and
Yeah, it was like,
something.
yeah, but he had 5 blocks. You know what I'm saying? So like, again, he struggled from an offensive perspective. You can have butterflies. He's 19. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you ever wished for coming true. Sometimes that might happen. But we saw it in the second game. That man damn near had a triple-double. You know what I'm saying? And he looked like the guy. Everything that I thought that he could do, the ball handling, the IQ, the touch around the basket, he had that feel for the game. You can run offense through him. You know what I'm saying? And when you have a guy like that, that's skilled, that can do all of that and is already impacting the defensive side, even though he's not physically really ready to, but from an IQ and just physical ability can, bro, you got a franchise guy.
You felt the same way, Lou?
I'm still I'm still on the fence. He didn't look bad. He didn't look great either.
He didn't look great in that second game.
It was okay.
He shot 60-some%.
It was okay. I mean but that's again first pick summer league. You expect that, right? He's supposed to be the most talented dude on the floor. He said the game was a little fast for him. He was still getting adjusted to that. Said he got fouled a lot more overseas than he did here. So he was surprised at the freedom and the range that he was getting. So he was getting adjusted. But yeah, I'm still waiting to see though. I still want to see him in like prime time action. I don't want to see him overseas playing 14 minutes a game or in summer league. When the season tip off in November and he playing against Jokic and all of those dudes, I want to see what that look like, and is he worth the hype then versus now? Like, it wasn't a bad debut. I would say that it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, oh shit. Like with LeBron, I feel like I seen that, I knew. I was like, yep. That's what they say that is.
Well, that was his first game in the NBA, right? Yeah, his first game in the NBA, you saw.
Yeah, LeBron didn't play summer league.
He played summer league.
Did he?
He did.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That was back in the day when niggas used to actually play basketball.
When it wasn't on TV or something,
Niggas,
right?
Yeah, it wasn't televised like
niggas
that.
divas now.
Yeah, they said
Niggas,
like it's over for Wemby.
Yeah, niggas was like, oh,
They shut him down.
They only, I think they would have shut him down the first game if he didn't do the 9-9-4. Like, if he had like that
He had
27 the
with
first game,
27.
they'd be like, all right, wrap it up. We showed y'all what y'all niggas can get.
Why even let him play
now
then?
buy your season tickets.
Why even let him play? Just to
Just
tease
get a
and
taste.
get everybody
Just
to
get a
get that out
taste.
of the way, so you ain't got to go through it in November.
And also to show that he's wearing Nike, so I'm gonna guess he's a Nike athlete. And it's just to showcase like this is who he is, who's gonna be. He slapped Britney Spears on accident. We gonna wrap his ass up.
That wasn't even him. Hey, you know,
Somebody back
They
then.
say this him.
Somebody
I
back
know it
then.
wasn't
No,
him. That arm was dark as hell. He light as shit. You already know that. But Britney, I don't know if she gonna sue or not. Somebody gonna get fired off of that.
That's funny, man.
But Kid, let me get your thoughts before I say anything. What you think about Wemby?
Shit. I mean, shit. I don't know yet. I mean, he bounced back. That was good, but shit, I saw Victor win Wembanyama. That's what I saw. Wembanyama, what I was looking at. So and he looked awful.
he struggled that first game.
Super Kumayama.
He struggled that first game.
Yeah, so I don't know, bro. So I'm gonna give him some grace. I'm gonna give him some grace, but he wasn't looking good.
Look, but
He don't look like generational.
He
talent.
looked like a mess.
I think it's too soon to say really anything. I think he'll be all right.
He don't jump off the page. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, that is a declaration that I have made. I wouldn't be surprised 10 years from now. Is he like a role player, an average dude? Like, I wouldn't be surprised at that at all.
Hey,
I wouldn't be surprised.
This nigga crazier than Nick.
I
Nick,
would not be surprised.
You have
I
unseated
didn't
yourself
say nothing,
on the
bro.
basketball
I
hot
didn't
seat.
say nothing, bro.
I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't be surprised if that nigga averaged 10, 7, and 3. Like, I'd be like, yeah.
The only thing I say, the only thing I
The
would
glimpses of it were there.
say, the only thing I would say is he looked very fragile. Like the way he was falling and all the stuff, I could tell. It just looked like he was still trying to get a feel for it, and that was just like, okay, I didn't want to see that. I didn't expect to see that, but his first season is gonna be like with kid gloves anyways. Like I don't think you're really gonna see what he's gonna be like till year 2, 3.
You think they gonna load manage him and shit like that?
No, not load manage him.
Shit, yes they are.
They are? Why?
They already are.
Why?
They already
Why would they
are.
do that?
How with
Why
the
would they do
in-season tournament? Because we got to
He
get to
playing
that.
with Pop, bro.
Why
Thank
would
you.
they load manage? Like, why would
Thank
that
you.
even happen?
It's part of what San Antonio does at this point.
But I'm just saying he's like if
I
he has
get
to
all
get used
that.
to the NBA, he has to get used to the NBA.
Look. At the end of the day, the only thing that we can go on is past experience and what your history
We've
tells
seen him
us.
do that. You're right.
If they do that, then they're gonna make me start hating the nigga.
Yeah.
Because it's like
why would they,
because
like,
it's like
why would you
nigga,
have to rest a 19-year-old?
Because now that's what I'm saying. Now you're making me seem who was already playing professionally. Now it makes me seem like, all right, why are y'all acting like this nigga is already Tim Duncan? You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga ain't that. And
I wouldn't,
even
because
Timmy D
you
was out
with
here playing.
No, I said I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't because he's 19. Plus, he needs as much playing time as possible.
Yeah.
The only way that you're gonna get better is by playing, and the better you get is in the more meaningful games. That's why I always say, like for a young player, if you can get into the playoffs in the first 2 seasons of your career, you're gonna be that much better because now you understand what that switch is like. So now when you go to the regular season, it's like, oh, this is cakewalk. I know how to dominate this.
You think he's good enough to turn around the Spurs?
Bro, yes.
Right, I'm talking about next year.
Yes.
Not
Like
next
Tim
year.
Duncan did?
Not next year.
I don't think that
This
they're
year
going to
3.
be. I don't think.
No,
that,
I'm saying next year. I'm
Yeah,
asking
like this
you, do you-
upcoming year, his
when they got
rookie year.
Tim Duncan,
No,
they
not
won.
rookie year. The second.
When they got David Robinson, they won 28 more games. When they got Tim Duncan, they won 31 more games.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that he's going to be that impactful?
I think they're going to win 20 plus more games than what they did. Now
So
that
you think they're
doesn't,
gonna be a playing team?
they're going to be around there.
Shit, if they win 20 more games, they're going to be one of the best teams in the East. I mean, the West.
What weren't they under 500?
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But
a
like
lot.
how much? Like they had to win only like 20 some odd games. The number one.
I mean,
pick.
going from
But
20.
you know, from
Yeah, 'cause I
one
think
from
David
1 to
Robinson
10
broke
in the
his
West.
foot. Y'all talking about the Spurs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Robinson.
But even the year
broke
before David Robinson got drafted, they were like one of the worst teams. And then that year that he
True,
finally
but-
made it. But to your point,
But when
you
Tim,
know
when Tim Duncan got drafted,
David Robinson came back, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the top team in the West from the 8th team was only like 2 or 3 games. So to win 20 more would put them near the top of the West.
All I'm saying is that I want to see. I need to see him play in the beginning of the season and in this in-season tournament, which I'm interested to get y'all thoughts on when we get to it. But as far as Summer League, FIFA, who else did you have that you wanted to talk about?
dude from Miami,
The long hair dude,
Jaquez
Junior,
Yeah,
Got
something like
drafted by the
that.
Lakers?
No, by the
by the
Miami
Miami
Heat.
Heat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That guy is nice. He fits exactly what Miami wants to do. They're probably gonna have to get rid of him in the Dame Lillard trade. I think that's definitely gonna happen. But I know we're gonna talk about that. But nah, that dude Jaquez, man, he's super nice. Another super high IQ guy. Does a little bit of everything. Solid offensively, defensively. Can hit the jumper. Can handle the rock. To me, a compliment to Bam, even though his game is a lot like Bam minus the athletic ability, but he has some athleticism. You know what I'm saying? He's just not Bam athletic, but I really like him. So if he's able to stay with them, I think he fits their core. I really like him. One other guy, I don't know his name, but he basically looks exactly like Jordan Poole, number 25 for Golden State.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. They saying he's basically the Jordan Poole replacement.
Yeah, but he plays just like him. Like it's super crazy, but it looks like he's a little bit more poised. I don't think he has that air about him, but
Spurs won 22 games last year, plus 20 would put them at 7th or 8th in the West.
okay. So I definitely think if like the over-under was 12.5, I'll take the over.
My thing is the disrespect that Jordan Poole is getting after winning the
got disrespected when he got hit in his
helping the
jaw, bro.
Warriors
We
win the
ain't doing
title.
that.
This nigga, I'm just saying, bro, you get punched in your face for talking shit. The same thing that the nigga punching in your face does famously.
But not to his people. Not like
This
that.
isn't a closed in practice, bro. This is
feel
when
you.
you're supposed to be around your boys and family where y'all can speak freely.
It's almost
That's
like-
how we treat the locker room and
You dish it out, you got to be able to take
Yeah,
it.
you gotta that too. It's like, bro, he
Or
went
you
overboard.
got to be able to beat my ass, which he couldn't beat Draymond.
No. You can't. It's a light skin versus dark skin. We already know that's going. I'm just saying, like, the fact that he went overboard. We all said that he went overboard. He should not have punched him.
Well, the optics of it, because we didn't know what was said at the time. I just went by
He
what
called
it
him
looked.
broke.
He said he was broke. It's coming out now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, why would Draymond
I
get
think
that upset if he called
Cam
him
said
broke?
that.
But I'm just saying, like,
No,
we know
bro,
Draymond
no,
rich.
That wasn't
no,
just
but he
he
also-
broke. It was just like, nigga, I can afford this and you can't, like,
And he
it
was
was
like,
almost like
no, he
calling him
was
a
like,
scrubs
look,
type shit.
He was like, "Look, next year you're gonna be playing for the Sacramento Kings." Like he,
Yeah, like,
bro,
it
he
wasn't
was
just
just
broke. It was
going.
like,
he was
nigga.
going.
Well, that's
at-
because that's what Draymond need to punch every media pundit too, because they was all
That's
saying
the
that
thing.
nigga was about to be
And
out of there.
That's why he hit him in his jaw. I can't hit them in their jaw. You right here saying that. I'm gonna
But
hit
I'm just
you.
saying, like, he gets punched in his jaw regardless if
But,
you
but,
agree
how,
or
but,
not.
how you saying that that's okay by my teammate, bro? We supposed to be bros. Talking some shit, okay. But is that not crossing the line to a degree?
With Draymond?
Yes.
Which one?
No. Jordan Poole crossing
Which
the line
one is
with his
more
words.
crossing the
I
line?
was saying that.
Yeah.
To call you broke when you know you rich is and get
To
upset.
say,
about
hey,
it.
we
you
know
know
how-
how gonna be on this squad no more, nigga. I'm Draymond Green. What the fuck? Who the fuck is you?
Who is
talking
Jordan
about?
Poole to question Draymond Green's role in that, and for Draymond to be insecure about that? That says more about Draymond Green or Jordan Poole. All I'm saying is he get punched in his face, then he gets shipped out and get
And they ask him
blamed.
about
Like
So
Send him to
that shows
Siberia.
you. So that shows you who was more valuable to the
exactly,
team.
but we all do that.
Okay,
So
but at
why
the
was
end of the
he-
day, Jordan
Draymond did not know that.
You don't think Draymond?
That's why he hit him in his
that.
jaw.
He thought they were gonna choose
Not
Jordan
that-
Poole
not-
over him.
Nah.
Early
hit him
on,
in his jaw,
I
he
think
did.
his value increased as the season went on. But early on, I don't think he felt that.
Because ain't nobody else getting away with. Cause that's the reason why I feel like Golden State should have known his value. Is because who else is stomping on white boys and getting away with it?
Okay, Michael Jordan did, but we just didn't see it.
It's Michael Jordan.
He ain't never stomped on a white boy in the middle of a playoff game.
No, but I'm just saying in practice, he boom, boom, Steve Kerr. And I'm pretty sure he hit other motherfuckers. And I know Kobe done hit niggas too.
Jordan Poole got a championship ring. He's got championship experience. He showed up in
Yeah.
the games that he needed to. Not when they wanted him to, but when he needed to.
because
He's
When?
disposable, though.
This
Yeah.
year?
No,
He's
I'm saying about when that
disposable.
championship
No,
run.
but see, that's a whole year ago. We talking
Yeah.
about
Nigga,
right
that's
now.
not-
No, because this
You
is the same
disposable.
nigga that says, "What have you done for me lately?"
Yeah,
when
I
it
can
comes
get
to
somebody-
sports?
I'm saying
Right.
No,
Get somebody
that's
to do
that
what
is
Jordan
your
Poole
stance.
does.
This season-
So you want to
No,
use that when
listen,
you want to use
listen,
that, but let's use it all over the
I'm
board,
saying,
Nick.
Literally everything that happened in less than 24 months.
Okay.
So it's that recent. I'm saying
But
that they
Nick,
just
Nick,
this season
Nick,
that just
as-
passed. They won the season right before that.
Look, I just watched the Tony Parker documentary. That shit was actually super amazing, by the way. One of the things Tony Parker talked about was always showing up. Like, it doesn't matter what you got going on, off the court, in the family, this, that, and the third. When I put on this jersey and I'm out here, I got to show up.
Well,
and you, wait, hold on, Nick. Because that man got paid like you supposed to show up. You ain't get paid like a role player that I just need you 1 or 2 games. You got paid like, bro, out of a 7-game series, you got to give me 4 good ones and 2, like, it ain't your fault ones.
I'm just saying, it's interesting that a man who says you need to show up. Even Longoria asked him the same shit. That nigga was elsewhere doing some other shit.
Hey, but he showed up. He was on time.
So I don't know.
He was on time with that appointment.
That type of advice from Tony Parker, but I hear your point. Nonetheless, I was just saying that they kind of laying it on heavy as far as the Jordan Poole slander. Like, he ain't that bad. Like,
he's not.
He's
but
not a trash ass player.
No, but
nothing for
Nick,
him.
but there's a lot of things that happens when something like that happens at such a early part of the season. At some point you got to get over it, because you talk that shit. He snuffed you. What did you do? You couldn't do nothing. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna continue to pout about it? Or are you going to be an uber professional and go out here and show the reason why they paid you what they paid you? And now you know what? Now you really got a choice between me and Draymond. If Jordan Poole would have came out here and balled all season, they would have looked at Draymond like, bro, you part of the past. Like,
Draymond would have been out of there.
That's a fact.
So, bro, that's on Jordan Poole. Poole played his way out of Golden State because they were still in a position to win a title, because just like you said, they won it last year and he was a big part of that. Why aren't you now?
That's all. They rewarded him.
Exactly.
That's why this is the last thing you're going to hear me speak about Jordan Poole, because he got paid. I can't shoot niggas bail if you already got money. Mm-hmm. So, but I'm just saying, like, I keep seeing all the memes and all the other shit. I'm just like, bro, this nigga.
Because he looked like the sucker in the situation. You the one that got punched. You the one that got shipped out. You the one that wasn't balling. You spent $500,000 on Ice Spice, nigga. You're not even claiming her. So he lost a lot, bro, on every front. Yeah, bro.
Wait, what happened?
He went on a $500,000 shopping spree on Ice Spice, and he not even dating Ice Spice.
Well, we don't.
That shit, what he said,
he gotta be dating. He could have
still
got. He could have been intimate with her.
Maybe. It's Jordan Poole. It's Jordan Poole. What do you think?
He got enough money for Ice Spice. Ain't got more money than Jordan Poole.
No, 100%. But bro, you had to spend a half. You had to spend a half a ticket.
I mean, but Ice Spice ain't get hit in her face in front of everybody in the world.
That's because Ice Spice know not to talk shit to a dark skinned nigga who's heavy handed.
But you know
what I'm saying? So she got a little leverage too. She might have.
You know what she called that nigga? A munch. That's what that nigga was. And he spent $500 for it.
Well, let's talk about bust. Cause Brandon, I feel like
Jesus already.
I feel like they trying to put that tag on Brandon Miller. And I feel like it's the media, and I'm calling it out early because I'm like, Wembanyama dropped 9 or whatever. Niggas like, nah, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Wait till the second game.
Wait till he gets the feel of the game.
And then once he did this shit, it's all right. Let's not get more tape on this nigga. Let's end it right now. But Brandon Miller's just out there learning the game, same shit as Wemby, trying to catch up to the NBA speed, and he getting slaughtered.
You know
all
why?
from the Paul George shit. Moving forward,
because first of all, that I don't understand how that should go, and even I think Cayenne,
somebody else came out.
Yeah, there was another kid. So I don't understand this Paul go. Now, if you're saying that you modeled your game after him, 100%
all
respect
basketball
that.
players say that though. They say Paul George has like the smoothest game.
He does have one of the smoothest games.
They love his game.
No, his game is one of the best in the game. It's more of a.
That's the disconnecting generations though. Like,
but to me,
saying like he has a smooth game and saying that he's my GOAT. That's crazy.
That's
crazy
to
say.
Hit me out on this.
That's
to
crazy.
me, it's like if someone says Andre 3000 is my GOAT, right? Mm-hmm. But then you would never say Andre 3000 is top 5. You always say Jay-Z, Wayne, Drake, whoever you want to put in that top 5. Andre would never be that. But if a nigga said he's my GOAT, you'd be like, okay, I understand for what he did and how, like, if I was to design a rapper, I would probably be like Andre 3000.
But here's the thing, though.
I get what you're trying to say, but nah.
But like, Andre
is different.
Andre has had tremendous success in music and can be considered, depending on the conversation.
Billboard just ranked him in the #1 group of all time.
You see what I'm saying? So
Paul
George has
he don't
never
have those
won
accolades.
anything.
He don't have those accolades.
He don't have those accolades to back it up. The game is nice. So that's what I'm saying. If a young kid say, hey, bro, I'm model my game after him, I feel that.
Yeah, because
I would say-
words mean stuff.
I would
like
say
they
six-
should be able to know how to articulate saying, well, Kobe's the GOAT, LeBron's the GOAT, or whatever, but Paul George's game is the one
100%.
that I respect the most.
But
Like that's respectable to say. It's never respectable to say to be like, well, Paul George is my
The GOAT?
GOAT.
Nah.
But that don't make any sense.
Nah.
Well, first of all, they not growing up. He grew up probably on the last leg of LeBron or the last end of LeBron, not the beginning to how we watched him to now.
Well, I'm pretty
And
sure
he
he
definitely ain't
saw
seen
the
Jordan.
middle.
So like he grew up probably watching Paul George, and let's give Paul George some respect.
Nah.
100.
Because
No, I give you
for
that.
what he came back from, niggas forget that this nigga snapped his leg in half. And we thought his
I've
career was
never
over.
thought of Paul George and GOAT in the same sentence.
I'm not saying he's a GOAT. I'm just saying that
Never ever in my life.
I'm just
Never ever
saying
in
that
my
I
life,
can
bro.
see a young NBA fan or a basketball player like, bruh, I've seen this nigga's journey from the beginning to end, and I like this. I think he's dope, and he getting paid throughout the whole part.
Nick,
So that's what I'm saying. Success, definition of success is relative, and we talking about Paul George.
But we're not talking about success, though. We're talking about titles and labels. You're labeling
Exactly.
someone the greatest of all time.
Yep.
And what?
I'm not defending that. I'm just saying I can see why he would respect Paul George.
I don't see how you can
There
see
is
that.
no.
I can't
Don't
see it.
shoot. I thought you said
You
niggas
shooting
that
him
got
so
money, you
much.
don't shoot
You
them
shooting
bail.
him a whole lot of bail right now.
I'm just saying.
You the bail
my main
bondsman
point, My
right
main point is
Do say bail bonds. 24
Do say bail
hours,
bonds.
7 days a week.
Call us anytime, nigga. We'll pull up.
all
We
I'm
getting you
saying
outta
is
here.
that my main point ain't really about the Paul George part. It's about how Brandon Miller is being looked at as a bust
Okay,
already.
so Brandon Miller, look, and I was on here, right, when we did draft night. Now, like, I don't like Brandon Miller. I would have taken my guy that went to Portland, Scoot Henderson. You know what I'm saying? I would have taken him. To me, when I watch Brandon Miller, there's nothing special about him.
He's Paul George. He's Paul George.
So for me, like, yeah, he has really good size for the position, but is he a tremendous shooter? Is he a tremendous scorer? Is he a lockdown defender? It's like, I understand the projections and the potential, but there's nothing ever in his game that really showed me like, oh, I could kind of see it.
Let me ask you this question. If we know what Paul George's career was going to be, I would even say don't even think about the injury, but if you did, it's fine. Would he be a top 3 pick coming out of that draft?
Possibly, yeah.
Maybe. Because who was number 1 pick in that draft?
I should have looked at the draft before I asked that. But I'm basically saying, like, regardless.
No, I feel you. Pull it up.
Like,
pull it up.
Like
I'll fill in the space.
I would still think that Brandon Miller. If you're saying Brandon Miller's Paul George, I'm like, that's still a top 3 pick in the draft.
Yeah, no, but I
draft.
don't think that that's him either, though. Because the thing about Paul George that I've always gave him props, and his coming out party was that series against Miami in the playoffs. That nigga was playing defense on D-Wade, LeBron, whoever, and he was dishing it out on the offensive side of the ball.
He sent Danny Granger packing. They
Yeah,
didn't even
like
care
Danny
about him
who?
anymore, bro.
Danny who?
Danny sent us. He got hurt too much.
I know he got hurt.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I'm
he
saying.
never came back.
Yeah.
And then he went, like, Danny Granger went from a 3-level scorer to like a catch and shooter. And then he was a liability on defense. Paul George played both sides of the ball. When I watch Brandon Miller, I don't see none of that.
Paul George
I
might
didn't
be
see it
he
either.
might have went number 1.
What's that draft?
John Wall went 1.
Okay.
Evan Turner.
No, he wouldn't have been up there.
Derek Favors, Wesley Johnson, DeMarcus Cousins,
Yep.
Iki B,
Odoa.
Udoa. I don't know who that
Yeah,
is.
we don't
Greg
know that.
Monroe.
Greg Monroe, Al Farouk Aminu.
Gordon Hayward was picked before Paul George.
All 9 went before Paul George.
Gordon Hayward would be top 5, top 7 in this draft.
I would say Paul George would go number 1 out of those two.
probably.
Who else? There's more people on that.
Cole Aldridge, Xavier Henry,
Ain't nobody
Ed
even really-
Davis,
Nobody else?
Patrick
Yeah.
Peterson, Larry Sanders,
You get down to Eric Bledsoe is 18.
Avery Bradley, and
Bradley.
Eric Bledsoe.
He'd be top 3.
Yeah.
Easily.
Cousins.
Cousins would be 1.
Wall,
Wall, and Paul George.
Yeah, that's
That-
what I'm. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if Brandon Miller is Paul George,
But he's
top
not
3.
Paul George. And that's the
I'm
point
just saying.
I'm making.
I'm saying if we're his ceiling could be Paul George, right?
I put it to you like this. I think both of the twins are better than him. Both of the twins.
That's saying something. I don't know if that's true.
That's cool. We'll see it play out.
see, yeah.
But when I watch Brandon Miller, there's nothing that jumps out. You know, like, special guys do at least 1 or 2 things that just jump out the screen, even when they're young, right? Like with Jalen Green, I was like, this motherfucker can fly. This thing, the athletic ability, and then you saw the mentality. Like, I want to go get it. Like, I'm trying to score 30 every game. I like that mentality for a two guard. I'm gonna go get it, and I'm athletic as fuck, right? When I watch Wembanyama, I'm 7'4", you can't teach it, and he has a feel for the game. And that's just two. I have a lot more that I can go into, but that's just two. When I watch Scoot Henderson, the body. That nigga is NBA. That dude is as big as any point guard right now, and
He got
he's
a hell
19.
of a presence on the court.
He
too.
has a presence on the court. He has the it factor. When you watch him, he jumps out just like John Morant did. I remember watching John Morant at Murray State. I had a couple of homies like, no, I don't see it. He too flashy. That shit not going. I said, no, bro, you don't understand. The teammates ain't good enough. Some of them turnovers aren't on him. You put an NBA nigga that can go get that shit. When I watch Brandon Miller, nothing jumps out. The mid-range, like him getting to his
Even
spot.
when he was at Alabama?
Nope. The one thing I'll give him, but this doesn't really, it's not one of those things that you can build on if you don't have anything else, but he's smooth like Paul George. I'll give him that. He's graceful on the court, but he still can't really, he doesn't have moves to get to his spot. He's not consistent, understanding where he needs to score and how he needs to score. Can he get better? Yeah, but to me, it screams role player. It screams a slightly less Rudy Gay.
That's what I'm saying is like, how can y'all say that this early, yet still have these gaudy projections for Wembanyama?
Because here's the thing.
When they're in the same draft and he was picked
I
right
understand,
after him.
I understand all of that. I've been watching. What do I always say? I don't watch college basketball to watch college. I watch the top
The guys, yeah, we all do that. Ain't shit to watching college basketball outside of them.
Brandon Miller never jumped off the screen. That's
He didn't
why.
to me either.
That's why I said in the draft, don't take him.
I could argue Paul George didn't jump off the screen in college either. That's why he got picked 10th.
Nobody was watching Paul George.
Nope.
No kid really cared about Paul George.
I'm just saying.
And he
like,
went
blossomed
second.
in the NBA.
And he went
Exactly.
second.
I'm just saying the talent pool in college basketball has dwindled down to. First of all, outside of the top three, we didn't give a fuck about the draft. Let's
Yeah,
keep
but
it a
people
bean.
were hyping Brandon Miller.
Yep.
Okay, because he put Alabama on the map, a school that doesn't get recognized for basketball at all.
Colin Sexton did the same thing.
And College Sexton is a good player.
Yeah, but
So if Brandon Miller turned into that, you satisfied?
I'm not comparing him to College Sexton. I compare him to Paul George.
And he's not no Paul George.
If he Lou just made a joke about it, you laughed at as far as agreeing with it. But if he's Paul George, I'm saying that's not bad at all.
When you say Paul George is your GOAT, you're subject to scrutiny. It's just gonna happen.
I get that, especially when you're playing on a team that's owned by Michael Jordan at
like
the time.
you put a target on your back.
But I'm just talking about the player himself. Is like, let's give this nigga some room to grow and not be labeled as a bust already. Like
We got to. He said
there
Paul George was the GOAT.
We all know he got drafted there to support LaMelo. He's not getting drafted there to be the franchise player. LaMelo is. So anything that is built around this team is built around that. So if anything, we need to put pressure on LaMelo.
Oh, it's there, but Melo can play.
Yeah.
I have a question. I have a question based
Melo
off
can
that.
play. We don't know if Brandon Miller can play yet.
I have a question based off that. Do y'all think that the American-born like basketball players in trouble because
No.
Luka, Embiid, Giannis, now Wembanyama,
Who's the most
Jokic,
famous? Who's the most famous basketball player in the NBA?
they're on their way out.
No, I'm saying who's the most
Steph
famous?
Curry and Steph Curry and LeBron James
Who's the most famous
are in their
basketball?
last years.
Who's the most famous basketball player in the NBA right now?
LeBron James,
Who's number 2 behind him?
Luka.
Steph Curry.
But they on
And number 3 is
Steph
KD.
Curry, wait.
Let's go let's keep it a full
Steph
beam.
Curry is 35.
All right.
KD is 37, and LeBron is 40.
Bruh.
They on their way out.
Just because you see
It's gonna be all. It's gonna be all
you,
foreign
Zion
sports
up
players.
there.
I'm just saying,
Thank
just
you.
because you see,
Zion, Ja, there's some American
That's what I'm
guys
saying.
still.
You talking about guns and buns? That's who you talking about?
Guns and butters.
I'm saying the people that they're ushering into the new generation are all like the overseas international
saying,
players.
bruh,
You don't
because
have the
they are-
American-born superstar like
Just-
LeBron James for this
I
generation.
feel like they've been
no,
saying
no.
this for years.
Look. Everybody has a run, and now we're starting to see the European player or the foreign player really start to take off in the NBA. So you're right. For this current generation, there is a run of guys that are that. So Joker, Embiid, all of the guys that you named. But there are still in that same pipeline behind those guys.
Because Brandon Miller's the second pick. We just call him a bust already.
Ja Morant.
Guns and buns. We don't even know For sure, you can't 100% tell me that he won't pop up on Instagram with a gun
Why you gotta say
in the
pop
next
up,
12. You don't know if you don't know if Zion's gonna lose weight. I'm asking you, who is the for sure American-born player like LeBron James that we have?
He just told you.
Who? Guns and Buns?
First of all, if
that's who we gotta have.
Lou,
then.
but you're saying that like all Ja doesn't have to do is put the gun away, and all Ja know got to do is just get.
That's
in the
all he
gym.
had to do after
It's
the first time.
No, I'm just saying.
We feel that, but
they're young kids. But like these niggas is young with money.
I'm
bro.
asking, would you
The
put
fact
your
that
faith in them to go against the 5 that I just named internationally?
You said what?
Would you put your faith in Guns and Buns or Devin Booker or Jason Tatum versus Luka versus Giannis versus Embiid dominating the next generation?
I would put money on the American athlete will always dominate in the NBA.
Who would you say is number one though?
The chat saying Ant-Man, Paulo.
no, Paulo Banchero is technically
What is he?
Mexican.
Isn't he foreign? I thought he was
Yeah.
foreign.
Where
I
you
can see
from,
Ant-Man.
though?
I think he was born in America, but I think
Well, if he was born in America,
We'll take him. I'll take Paulo. I'm asking. I'm
just
not
saying
making a
there's a-
declaration like it's
But
not happening. I
Ant-Man
just
is
thought
there.
about it as I seen the people that they were pumping up, and even all the press that Wembanyama is getting. Is like it's not an American superstar that they pushing like you say they do with Luka
Shit.
Ken, like they do with Embiid, like they do with Giannis.
You forgot
Like,
one right now, Jalen
Morant.
Brunson.
get out of here.
It's all on Bronny. It's on Bronny. Bronny, you got to do it for the next generation.
All I'm saying is that you gassing shit up
How?
because it's not really going that
It's
way.
that way.
All it is
The
that
top superstars
bruh, just
in the
because
NBA are
just
internationals.
because you see an Olive Garden in your neighborhood doesn't mean Little Italy's coming.
Spike.
All right, nigga, like, bruh, it's just a couple of niggas who are
Right.
dominating in a
The top
First of all,
5
they're
players in
they're
the
only
league,
they're only
arguably.
dominating the positions that Americans have left behind. Because when Steph Curry showed everybody all you really need to do is shoot, all the American niggas like, fuck all that back to the basket bullshit. Dwight Howard in China trying to recruit niggas but getting screwed at the same time. Like, come on. Like,
I just wanna know who
the
it is.
foreign
Is it
players
Devin
are-
Booker?
The foreign players are doing the same thing the foreign people do here in this country. They taking the jobs that y'all niggas don't want. All right?
You got to watch out for it. That's all I'm saying. You got to watch out
Right
for
wing
it.
Lou is trying to tell niggas to get out.
Okay,
saying,
so
man.
Spike, you're not totally off base, but let's give you some actual facts
All right, let's hear it.
from the
Halliburton?
from NBA.
He's nice.
He ain't ready yet. The NBA released their top 10 most viewed players on social this season.
Okay.
Of course, LeBron James, number one, just decimated everybody else, 1.3 billion, which is crazy. Shit. Steph was right behind him with 881 million. He was second. Luka's third. Ja Morant is fourth. Giannis 5. Jason Tatum 6, so he'll be there.
Interesting.
Kyrie Irving 7. Victor 8, which is crazy
Not
because he
even
wasn't
in the
even in the
NBA. Not
NBA.
even in the NBA.
And then you got Jordan Poole and Jokic.
I told you, Jordan Poole.
And Jordan Poole, is he American or is he Canadian?
I don't know
I
what
think he's Canadian.
So let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Jason Tatum makes sense because
4,
he's in Boston.
5,
Like
Boston has a
6.
huge.
So it's 60-40.
60-40. It's close, man.
There's only like
Is
5.
Jason Tatum American?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
there's
from
only
St.
like
he's from St.
5
Louis.
cities that are like true diehard sports fans for like all they shit.
He's from
Boston
Milwaukee.
is one of them.
Boston, Philly.
Boston, Philly, Dallas.
I thought he was
York.
Canadian, Rob. My bad.
LA, those are like the
I
like.
wouldn't get
You don't
LA.
think LA got diehard sports? They got Dodgers,
I would give
Angels.
Chicago before LA.
Okay, I'll give you
Chicago a
yeah.
bigger sports city.
Actually, I'll do Chicago before Dallas.
Yeah.
Give me the Dallas and LA. But those are like if you are a big star in Boston, you everywhere. Paul Pierce was everywhere. KG was everywhere.
That's fair.
Hey, we got to root for Tatum now because once
only
LeBron
American on the
and
list, bro.
Curry's gone,
I'm telling you.
Luka's
we gotta
going to
repent.
be the top guy.
We got to depend on
Ken,
Devin
I-
Booker.
No, Wembanyama.
He's
top
French.
10
He's
and
French.
didn't play an NBA game.
He's French. He's going to be
Ken
number
don't
one
like those
just
type
like
of black
Giannis.
folk. He said they the new black.
We.
He'll like the scrolls. That's what he got.
Wow.
I hope Scoot. I say that to say I hope Scoot is really good.
I'm rooting for Jaylen
really,
Brown.
I really want to root for Scoot, and I hope
Bro,
that
it's
he's
crazy.
Like,
Victor is 8 on this list,
Yep. He's gonna be number 1, bro.
and we know about Jordan Poole is there just by default
Yep.
because he
Just
was a
getting his
goofball
job.
and did
Jordan
dumb
Poole
shit.
ain't that bad.
I hope Scoot
He did
is
some
good,
dumb
man.
shit.
He about to put Washington
Nobody
on.
give a
Him
fuck
and
about
Kuzma-
what.
him and
Nobody
Kuzma
watching
put-
Jordan Poole highlights,
Him
bro.
and Kuzma gonna put a magic trick on everybody and be the
Don't-
real wizards.
Nobody
This shit.
watching
Probably
Jordan
7th
Poole
in the East or
highlights
something.
because they're good. They're watching Jordan Poole highlights because
to
he
laugh
did
at him.
something great.
To laugh at him.
All right, let's get talking about this free agency shit. FIFA, what's the most impressive free agency move that you've seen? I got the list of the teams about what they did. So if you want to know,
run them down. Run them down.
Which team you want to start with, or do you want?
However,
do you want to talk about the Bradley Beal? Did we talk about that?
Let's talk about that. Let's start there. Bradley Beal to Phoenix. I'll put it to you like this. I didn't know how they were going to fill out the rest of that roster, but the guys that they've gotten value because that's the only thing that they had, right? Like they couldn't spend any more money. So I do like the guys that they got. I like how they've rounded out the roster because when you have 4 guys, and they're talking about not trading DeAndre Ayton, but when you have 4, which is crazy, you got 4 guys that are all-star level players, bruh. You can put 2 on the bench, bring 3 in, take those 2 out, put another. You know what I'm saying? Like you can always have 2 all-stars on the court. So even though you don't necessarily have extremely high-level players, but you have guys that have ability, you know what I'm saying? Maybe lacking in the IQ because a lot of them are younger, but they could play. They could play real good ball. So I'm very interested to see. And then they're talking about getting my guy Bobo too. You know what I'm saying? I think that really fits.
They want to keep Ayton, and if they get Bobo, they get him. But they want to have somebody for Joker. You got to throw somebody. You can't just have a small ball.
Ayton ain't nobody for Joker.
They ain't, but
I'm just saying you got to have somebody.
Yeah. I'm saying Ayton specifically is not nobody.
Hey, look.
Frank Vogel did some things with he got AD.
Okay,
he got AD his ring. He made Roy.
He had Cal thinking Roy Hibbert was a top 5.
Roy Hibbert. I was finna say Roy.
He was the only one.
He was the only one.
He had Roy Hibbert talking shit at the podium, talking about some y'all motherfuckers
Roy
ain't
Hibbert
never
thought he was
watched
top
us.
5. Right.
That was the end of Roy Hibbert right
Roy Hibbert
there.
thought he was top 5. Yeah, that's facts.
He was done.
You're right. That's a good
He was done after that podium talk. But you say,
but
yeah.
I like it and I don't, right? Because it's very top heavy. And then to me, the players are not complimentary. Booker can play make, but if you're talking about, hey, Book, I need you to go get 10, 12 assists, that's not really his game. Not consistently. That's not Bradley Beal's game either. That's not KD's game. That's definitely not DeAndre
They all are
Ayton's
capable
game.
of doing it, but not on a nightly basis.
You know what I'm saying? They got Eric Gordon as well. So I do like that for the the Eric Gordon, where you went to the Clippers?
I think he went there.
Or was it Phoenix? No, he went to Phoenix.
He's a scorer, but he could be so inconsistent.
He old as shit.
No, he is. But at the end of the day, those are the type of guys you need in the playoffs.
Yeah,
show up 2 or 3.
Eric Gordon did go there.
Okay, so I like the talent, but the talent just don't fit all together.
The only question I have is who's your point guard?
Booker.
You tell me.
Booker
Booker ain't a point guard.
and KD.
No.
That's why I asked.
Booker will be
That's
running
what I'm
point.
asking.
I
KD gonna bring
understand
the
that,
ball up quick.
but that's not
That's not your point guard.
That's not good. That's
Rondo got to come out of retirement or something. Take a mid-level exception because ain't no money to go around. I don't know how James Jones is paying these bills, but
You don't think? So you don't think Booker could play point?
that's too much on Booker. That's
not full-time point.
they're gonna diminish what Booker does best.
Yeah, that's
But
to
why
go get
can't he
buckets.
be a creator though?
Because they're not now you're feeding other people when Book is arguably the second best scorer on that team.
Yeah, but you feeding Bradley Beal and KD.
Right, like you feed niggas that score 30
then
a game.
you can still get yours. So, but I feel you. That's not his natural position.
But you wouldn't think that Booker would be the one to have to
Well, what if it's,
change before Bradley
what
Beal.
if it's
when-
KD to
or
take
KD.
the, what if it's KD to
CP3
take
went
the
out,
step back?
Booker
KD
was
don't know how
running
to
the
play.
show really, really well.
KD a lanky
controls the ball
He a
most of
lanky
the
nigga.
time.
He rickety,
not-
bro. He done.
He gonna get hurt. You think?
He right there.
I would have KD controlling the ball.
I wouldn't because if he gets hurt, then who's
Nah.
bringing the ball up?
Then I would give it to Booker.
I don't
At
know.
that point, you just play
can't
hop.
have-
You don't know who the hell your damn point
you
guard
can't
is.
have-
The reason that I say that is KD isn't. He shouldn't be at this point in his career pressed to get 30 a game. He's already
Okay, but you
proven
don't, that don't mean
himself.
make him the point.
I'm
He's
not
not, but
saying
you
that.
can't
I'm
have
saying
KD
he's
running
already
point,
proven
bro.
himself as a scorer. Now having the ball in his
They gonna
hand with
get-
all these scores around him, he can prove himself. as
Look,
well.
They
let
gonna
me
get somebody
tell
out
you
the
something.
trash heap to play point guard.
Something about creating for others is just a natural feel. And you have to have that be like at the forefront of your game to really be a point guard. You could be a scoring point guard, but KD is not naturally a creator for like that. He's a creator for himself.
They don't have one on that team. Though.
I understand, and that's the
Payne?
issue. Who? No, campaign.
he
But
still there?
that's the issue with the squad. I like the talent, but it
Honestly,
don't.
campaign may be their best bet because He may have to be their Mario Chalmers.
And you know what? He might close out the games. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like
got to start and finish.
No, bro. So you mean to tell me you're going to start KD at
Because you're not putting Booker on.
Hold on. So campaign at the 1.
Right.
Who's playing the 2?
You'll have
Bill or Booker. It don't matter.
KD, and 8.
4.
That's your 5.
Nah.
KD playing power forward.
He playing stretch 3. Everybody after the second nigga, they all stretches.
Look. You know what the issue is? To me, a team like Denver, because Mike Malone ain't gonna go small because you went small. I might do it in stretches because it does change momentum, but bro, I'm not gonna take out Aaron Gordon. So first, KD cannot body.
But
Aaron.
a majority of his best players are taller than 6'8". So it's like it's easy for him to say that.
No, I understand. But look, what did you just say about DeAndre Ayton?
What?
You need a nigga to go guard Joker.
Yeah.
Right? So what you're doing right now is looking at the champs and saying, how do we beat the champs? Because everybody else don't matter. You got to be able to beat the best to be the best. And you just did that with your comparison. So in my comparison, in terms of the matchups, KD is going to get dominated on the boards. KD's KD, so we know he's going to score. But Aaron Gordon can guard. I'm not saying he's going to shut him down, but, bro, you're going to have to work, and you're not going to be able to body me.
Okay, that's KD. What about Bradley Beal? Who's guarding him?
Who's guarding, who's my guy? MPJ. Who's guarding 6'10"? Bradley Beal?
Then who's guarding Devin Booker?
I'll put
Murray?
27.
Yeah, Jamal.
Jamal Murray. And then you got, okay, so then you have campaign. My thing is.
And you ain't got to guard him.
But I don't
Yeah,
trust.
you don't.
I wouldn't trust Murray guarding. I mean, that's a wash.
That's a-
right?
that's a-
that's a wash.
So again,
It's good enough, though.
I'm just saying there's a lot of washes on that. Outside of the Joker
what is
matchup.
MPJ? What is Bradley Beal going to do with MPJ?
Well,
Bradley Beal can get a shot. Don't
mean-
disrespect.
No,
don't
wait,
disrespect.
no, wait,
we
hold
gotta
on.
act like MPJ is a lockdown defender, first of all.
Listen.
we got to depend on MPJ showing up every night.
Hold on. So I'm gonna answer both of these things. Number one, I'm not. Bradley Beal is an elite level scorer.
Okay.
In the NBA, when you reach top tier scorer, nobody gonna shut you down.
Okay.
You might have in an 82 game season 5 niggas that really put it on you, and then your other 10. You know what I meant. Pause. But the other 10 bad games that you had was self-inflicted.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's top tier scorer. MPJ can't stop that.
Okay.
But he is 6'10" to Bradley Beal 6'4".
Yes.
Right? Then what I'm saying is on the defensive side. Because at the end of the day, what wins these games are matchups. And it's not about me scoring on you, it's how do I guard you?
Yeah, I don't think
Bradley
I
Beal.
don't know if that's
he
the
ain't got
game
that in
anymore.
him, bro.
I don't think that's the game.
Porter
anymore.
don't got
What
that
do you mean
in
that's
him.
not the game?
He ain't got it in him to stop Bill on a consistent basis.
I'm not
He's not
saying
that type
that.
of dude.
But his size would be.
What
His
is-
size will
no,
be
what is
important,
Beal going to
but he
do
ain't that
against
type of dude,
MPJ? That's my point.
But
I'm not talking about MPJ shutting down or slowing up Bradley. Bradley Beal going to get his.
Right, but
what is
MPJ
Beal going to do on
But
that
so
side?
far that
Oh,
I've
if-
seen of MPJ is that he's a catch and shoot kind of guy.
Or
the
it's gonna
offense,
be-
and the offense doesn't go through him; it goes through Joker or Murray. If he gets the ball, he's in his spots.
So okay.
And he might even
So-
take a night off and give you 9 points.
So you're talking about regular season basketball. Postseason basketball, because we watched a couple of postseason games. What do they do, Ken? Hunt the matchup. What's the matchup? Who's the weakest nigga out here? Boom, boom. Screen and roll this, that,
So
back.
you think the Nuggets, with the lineup I talked about the Suns, the Nuggets will still beat that Suns team?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yes.
No question.
Yes. No question. They have the Nuggets have a size mismatch with every single team in the NBA.
They do.
Minus the Lakers.
They do.
But
we also know that size don't matter because the Heat beat the Bucks. And they were the tallest team.
Giannis was hurt.
Bro. Come on.
Giannis was
Come
hurt,
on.
and then when they played against the bigger team, what happened? They gentleman sweep.
Well, that's because Jimmy was hurt.
No, that's because Joker's that guy. That's why. Because Joker made AD look small as hell. Oh, you quicker than me, you longer than me, more athletic. Watch me hit you with the Dirk fadeaway from the 3. Like, you can't stop him. So we already know Joker gonna get his. They're gonna hunt the matchup because they're too small.
We'll see. I don't think it's a.
Well, here's the thing.
'cause-
Wait, hold on. So that's the reason why the guys like Bol, that's a good pickup for them. Because you're gonna have to go match size. The other guy that they got is an Asian guy. He's like 7'1", 7'2", that can stroke, that can shoot the rock too. You know what I'm saying? Like they need those other guys. But in that starting lineup, bro, now you can't.
I'm just saying that
if I'm Mike Malone, Frank Vogel, you won't have to change that lineup against me, dog, because we gonna be up 20 every time.
I'm just saying that this Phoenix team that didn't have Bradley Beal and had to hurt Chris Paul for the most part was the best team to go against that Nuggets team during that run. They won 2 games straight, and after that, no one else beat the Nuggets, for real. So if they add Bradley Beal and reconstruct that roster a little bit, get a different energy in the room with the coach, I think that's a little interesting.
But why did they win those 2 games?
They had to score ridiculously.
Devin Booker, KD went crazy.
Thank you. And think about
mainly Devin Booker.
Devin Booker, bro. Devin Booker was shooting damn near 65%, my nigga. And it wasn't like he was shooting 8 shots in a game. He was shooting 20 plus.
And had Bradley Beal to that squad.
No. But
they go score 100.
No. But Nick, that's the issue because that version of Devin Booker can't exist with Bradley Beal.
You think all 3 of them can't score 30?
No, not like that.
Oh nah.
Ooh, hey, they don't believe it. I may be a Phoenix Sun bandwagon fan for this.
Are you joining Shelton?
I don't know, because
he sure is.
All I'm saying is that shit.
No, he's Kings.
Yeah, wrong purple. I don't know. I fuck with KD low key, so I don't know.
No. Look. I love.
I want to see him get another ring outside to go to state so he can shit on niggas.
I keep saying that I love the players, right? You know another factor of this whole thing, and I've been highly critical of this person as well. Frank Vogel. Defensively, we know what he's gonna bring. They're gonna be. I'm not gonna worry about them defensively. He's gonna have them buy in. What the hell are they gonna be, bro? This guy is Tom Thibodeau 2.0. Offensively, what are they gonna do?
You don't gotta worry about that.
Yes, you do.
You got KD and Devin Booker. They'll figure it out. KD
and Bradley Beal.
They'll figure it out.
Nah, that's not that easy, dog.
They'll figure it out.
It should be fun to watch, though.
That's what I'm saying. Either way, I'm subscribed.
They should be a top 5 team.
League Pass,
regardless.
I'm watching. Yeah, they're when we get to our who's the top 3 teams you're gonna watch on League Pass. Obviously, you already know the one's Knicks. I'm gonna tell you right now, number 2 is Phoenix.
Facts.
Moving on to my possible number 3, Boston Celtics made some moves too. They traded with the Washington Wizards and the Memphis Grizzlies. Boston got Kristaps Porzingis in the trade. Marcus Smart is now a Memphis Grizzly. And then I think Washington got some picks. They didn't really get shit out. So it was mostly the trade about Smart leaving, and Porzingis is now on the Celtics. Ken, what is your thoughts on that trade?
Bro, they got Smart the fuck up out of here, bro. So right now, according to ESPN, the projected depth chart or starters, you got Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps, and Al Horford. I think it was a sign that they needed to make a move, and they made this move instead of the other one that everybody else said they needed to make. Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum.
They traded the wrong black guy.
We're going to keep them. We're going to bring in Kristaps. Kristaps still is a very efficient and effective player and scorer, so I think he will help offset scoring, the demands of scoring that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum had to go through. And I think it's a good trade for him. Marcus Smart, there's only so much he can do. So, you can get enough of that out of Derek White. So I think you can find a replacement level player for him.
Boston fans were saying that Derek White was actually playing better than him down that playoff stretch.
Throughout the whole year. He was better than
Yeah, and then also
Marcus Smart think he's the guy.
And then you get to that playoff game against the Heat that took him to Game 7. That's all Derek White. And I think it's coming off of Marcus Smart miss. or some
I
shit
think
like
they
that.
really want to get, because I don't think Peyton Pritchard played a lot. I think they really want to get him on the court. The first year under MA, he played, but I think they want to get him on the court this year. Brogdon's still there, right? So you still got
for
him.
now.
So think they're gonna move him?
Yeah.
Potentially, they're loading up on draft picks again.
And Al Horford, I think they're gonna probably get rid of him.
Yeah.
I don't even think he wants to be there anymore.
Yeah, I think he's looking to move on.
He old though. He's one of those that we're talking about.
But he's
aging out of the league.
Nah, but he's a championship role player.
He is, but not for this team anymore. I think he's too old for this team.
I think Al Horford is one of those guys that if you are a playoff team, he can help you. He's David West, years ago before he ended with Golden State.
Al Horford in Phoenix would be crazy.
They can't afford him though.
He could take a pay cut. Westbrook took a pay cut.
But he's still
good
in the
lineup,
contract,
bro. Like, you know, I don't think Horford will be there, but I don't know, man. I think this is a good lineup.
I like the lineup for Boston. I think it makes it interesting. I'm curious to see because they try to trade Brogdon, so I don't think he's going to be with them by the time the season starts. They try to
still might be.
They tried to trade him to the Clippers, but the Clippers like this nigga hurt.
Is he still 50-40-90?
He couldn't pass
The physical, yeah. So
Brogdon.
he's begrudgingly still on the team.
Talk about somebody
And
that
then
got
you got Derek
so
White,
overhyped.
which I don't know how you go from. They never really had a point guard. Now your main point guard is Derek White. I'll see how that goes. But the team that I'm more interested in is Memphis. Memphis maybe actually be my third team that I watch this season. They got Derrick Rose. They got Marcus Smart.
You say Derrick Rose?
Derrick Rose. Like
I'm saying they got Derrick Rose not because of the court, but off the court to talk to John Morant.
Derrick Rose still got game.
Derrick Rose had issues off the court, too.
I know, all the more reason to talk to him. Don't be like me, kid. You remember that nigga?
Did we forget?
Remember that nigga in high school they brought in and they made the whole class listen to his goofy
I
ass
do.
and say, "Don't beat me." That's what Derrick Rose is gonna be the job. Like you got your whole. You could be literally the face of the league. We're trying to
Or
make
Derrick
him the
Rose
face.
will be with him.
Nah, Derrick Rose done chilled out.
Yeah,
he old now. I think in Boston they're really trying to make sure it works out because they got rid of Grant Williams too. They got rid of.
They got his ass up out of there,
Grant is
bro.
with who is he?
He
with?
got traded.
I'm saying he's in Memphis or is he in?
Did he go to Atlanta?
Clippers?
Hold on. Because
know.
I know
He went
Atlanta
somewhere
was looking to
interesting.
get him.
I know they got rid of him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know Atlanta won.
Well, he was a
But the
contract
rumor-
year. He was trying to get paid.
Well, the rumor was that he and Marcus Smart both had bad relationships with the coaches, so they're making more of an investment in the coach than they are in.
I don't know about that, but I know they try to say Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown didn't get along, but he was like, nah.
Well, it was
No,
more so the
Atlanta
coach.
didn't get him. So
Who got him?
he's in Dallas.
Dallas. He went to
Okay, I
Dallas,
seen that.
yeah.
Dallas need bodies, so they got a good one with him.
But they said that both of those guys don't
Got
get
a good one
along
Grant
with the
oh,
coach.
because they need players.
Yeah, they
Okay.
need players.
So that's why they got rid of them, and they're really investing in him being the dude for the future. They
Who?
hired a better, what's his name? Yeah, what y'all call him? Boston coach?
What's
Y'all called him
his name?
something.
Oh,
what's the nickname? What's his nickname?
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Oh, yeah.
Neither one of those guys got along with Mozzarella, so they want to really invest in him and not have any
Man, you
conflict.
know why they got rid of Grant Williams, bro.
Was it?
Contract year.
Hell no, that shit he did with Jimmy Butler.
No,
That
it
too.
wasn't
That
that
too.
kid. It wasn't that kid.
Even
It
before
was
then,
Okay.
in playoff series, they were saying that he had the DNPs, the do not plays. They said that he and Mozzarella in practice really didn't get along.
My thing is
I'm
this.
telling y'all what happened.
Ken, he had the ones where he had that one clip where he was like, I'm gonna knock these 2 free throws down. This
And he
nigga
missed
missed both of them. That was when it was like, all right, nigga.
The
That
coach
added
didn't
to
like
it.
him. The coach did not like him. They said.
Shit, when you go out there talking shit and then Jimmy
lose.
do that shit and then you lose and
Well,
you ain't been right since, bro. Nah,
also-
you got to get the fuck up out of here.
He also was key though on their NBA Finals trip run though. He was making hella threes and shit. And I guess
What
I
have
guess
you
one
done
of
for
them
me
game
late?
seven.
That's a Jordan Poole situation, right?
Nah.
It is.
Nah, but they
What
won
you
the
done for me
title.
lately?
I'm saying
Get out of here, bro.
the Warriors won a title, so that's why
And
all that
Jordan-
shit meant something.
And Jordan Poole was a top 3 player for them. Grant Williams is
I'm
never-
just speaking of if Jordan
But I-
Poole is disposable, then of course, Williams
I got
is.
you.
But I think that y'all underrating Derrick Rose going to Memphis. I think Memphis. The reason why I'm also curious about Memphis, I'm not really saying they're going to win a title. I think they're going to be interesting to watch because it's a make or break for this. I think for this whole squad. If they lose
you know why?
the way they gonna blow something up.
Okay.
The coach going at least.
Not the whole squad. And the reason why I say that is the core is still young. And the core is John Morant and Jaren Jackson.
Oh,
As long as you-
what about
No.
the shooter?
No.
You don't like Bane?
He-
They just
I
resigned
like him,
They
but
just
he's not
resigned
that special. He can go.
They said he locked down. He a 3-and-D.
He got re-up, but
He
that-
can go.
That's all.
CJ
he's gonna
McCollum
get.
could go. He can go. He can go.
He's not, but he'll third year maybe, second year, he'll probably be out of there.
Yeah, he can go. He's expendable. The only 2 untouchables is Ja and Jaren. So to me, I agree. Like this is like a make it year, but the way they're constructed, they have a fatal flaw. Outside of Ja, they don't have another guy that can just go get his own bucket. Marcus Smart adds to the grit and the grime of that squad, and that is their
Memphis.
makeup.
That's
you know,
Memphis.
they're the Grindhouse 2.0. Remember the Tony Allen days with Marc Gasol and them? That's what these guys are. You know what I'm saying? Just their Mark Connolly's way more dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Then their big man plays this era basketball. You know what I'm saying? So I like what they got, but they're missing a guy to say, hey, go give me a bucket, bro.
They should try to. I don't know. They probably have to trade too much. If they had a DeMar DeRozan on that squad, they could potentially be a championship
To
team.
me, like Zach LaVine has been thrown out there in trades. 25 a game.
Bro,
25 a game. I'm not saying that he's gonna come in and be the savior. What I'm saying is he's that type of player is the missing
You
piece.
gotta respect Zach. Bro.
That's all
I'm not saying he trash. I'm just saying don't bring up Zach LaVine to me.
Why?
Why?
What is he doing for Chicago?
What they
Chicago-
doing for him?
Because
Thank you.
FIFA, I remember FIFA has been talking about Zach LaVine for a year since he was with
started-
Minnesota.
first of all, he
this nigga got
started
to
point
Chicago.
guard.
He was like, Chicago got him a good one. We gonna see how good he was. This nigga was dropping 38 of most shit. These niggas is farts in the wind every year.
listen.
They don't have a
Listen.
good team though.
Look,
Their point
listen,
guard
look,
gone.
Let me break it down for him. Not every player makes other players better. That's not every player's game.
Zach LaVine just, I'm gonna give you 30.
Exactly.
Can you be consistent in the playoffs? That's all
He's
I'm asking.
Jalen
He ain't
Green.
been to the playoffs.
He's been to the playoffs once. He didn't go last.
Either once or twice.
Once or twice in his whole tenure in Chicago.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. Listen. There's certain guys. I saw a graphic where it said every time CP went somewhere, the year before
the team got better.
Way
I
better.
saw that.
Way better.
New Orleans,
You know,
Clippers,
every
the
single team,
Suns.
he makes guys better.
City.
That's his job. That's his special ability.
I get that. He's a point guard. He's supposed
Zach
to.
LaVine though gets buckets, and getting buckets don't always get you W's. But you need guys that can get buckets, depending on the team.
I trust the DeMar DeRozan more than the Zach LaVine
I like Zach
You would
LaVine's
take
game,
DeMar
offensive
DeRozan
game.
over Zach LaVine.
today.
That's crazy.
I take
I've
Zach.
seen DeMar lead a team to a
But they on the
playoff.
same team, right?
Yeah, but DeMar is on
DeMar's
the
the
decline.
leader of the team.
But DeMar is on the decline. Zach LaVine is.
His decline look better than
They're the same. They're kind of the same guy now.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's why
I
the
trust
Bulls struggle.
But DeMar,
if you-
DeMar's more clutch.
Partly,
And that's why the
and then
Bulls-
They
also
alternate.
Zach LaVine is younger. Give me the younger guy.
The younger guy ain't doing shit.
I
The
remember
younger guy is getting you 25 a game.
DeMar DeRozan took niggas to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Bro,
And what
how
happened
many
to
Lowry did.
What did he do in San Antonio?
Right. And there was
Okay.
one game they were playing
What-
where
what-
DeMar DeRozan had a great game. Came back the next game, fell off. Zach LaVine had a great game, tried to replicate it, fell off the next game. They alternate back and forth. They're the same
Who
guy.
would you rather have? You rather have Zach?
Give me Zach. Give me Zach. I ain't
Younger,
fucking around
he
with
more
DeMar DeRozan.
athletic.
I
Yeah,
know
give
what
me
DeMar
Zach.
DeRozan is. And
We've seen-
LeBron do
We've
too,
seen
and
the best
everybody
of,
in Toronto.
Yeah, we've seen the best of him. DeMar DeRozan.
Lou, how do you feel about Dallas investing in Kyrie Irving?
They had to.
Yeah, they had to. I agree with Ken. They had to do that. They didn't have any other moves. Kyrie tried to show his value by throwing that fake proposition out to LeBron. But, I mean, what else you going to do if you let Kyrie go? They had to do that.
That's the business of the NBA, and that's why I tell you guys, niggas are not going to walk away from the money. If you got traded to a particular team and you are in that top tier of getting paid, you're not walking away from the bird rights, bro. You just not. Because Kyrie could have signed in Phoenix for a veterans minimum.
Well, L.A.
Or look at what Russell Westbrook took, 2 year, $8 million. Kyrie could have did that. He said, hell no, give me the money. Show me the money. That's what the NBA is. He's still young enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, show him the money. So at the end of the day, all them niggas is going to re-up, bruh. All them niggas.
I know I don't really give a fuck about Kyrie off the court, but his on the court antics and moves, bro, it's hard not to fuck with it. He's the first ever in NBA history part-time player. he only played home games, or was it road games? Mm-hmm. And now he getting paid $126 million to do what for Dallas?
You go get buckets.
to get
Get
buckets.
the second star, yeah.
All right.
So
So we're basically saying Dallas is not contending for a title anytime soon.
I don't know. So let me go. Let me give the projected the depth chart right now. So you're looking at Luka, Kyrie, Tim Hardaway Jr., Grant Williams, and Dwight Powell. That's the starting five.
Okay, let's move on then.
That's gonna change, but
Let's-
that's the starting five.
I think the Lakers had a really good offseason.
Yep.
You don't think Grant Williams could be a good?
No.
He's a good addition to
He's
him.
a
a good
good
role
addition.
player in that starting five.
But he don't move the needle.
He
Grant
doesn't move the needle, but
Grant Williams to
you
me
got Doncic
arguably is
and
the third best player on that
Luka
team.
and Kyrie
They said Luka
go
really
off.
wanted him. Hey, Luka wanted Williams.
Kyrie and Luka gonna go off, and you need a guy that's gonna be like a hustle guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he fits. It's just he don't move the needle.
he ain't doing shit for that team.
So they ain't gonna do shit.
They not doing shit.
So they ain't doing shit.
They ain't do shit last year. They ain't gonna do shit this year.
They got Steph Curry. They brought him back.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
I
to
think the Lakers signing Tyrion Prince and Cam Reddish, re-signing D'Angelo Russell, getting Gabe Vincent. I think that really helps the Lakers.
those are all fart in the wind moves to me.
What?
They're not.
I think the Lakers are
They
gonna be
needed
fine.
all of that.
But I'm just saying those signings don't move the needle for me at all.
Yeah, I don't know if
Niggas
that's-
is gassing. LeBron over here throwing. What he put out? What he tweet
They-
out?
So for me,
They
collectively, like it makes sense.
Collectively, it's
It makes
shit
that team
ball.
better.
Individually,
it makes that team
shit.
better. Last year they went into the season with Russell Westbrook and AD and LeBron thinking, oh,
And
we
they
got three
stripped all that
superstars.
away, right?
Exactly.
And they went how
now
far?
they have a
They
complete
went how
team.
far?
They have a
Western
complete
semifinals.
team.
Okay, with who? Lonnie Walker.
Now they have a complete
D'Angelo
team.
Russell. Who else did they go to? Who was also on that team? Was it Bobo?
Austin
Or
Reeves,
or some
shooter.
dark skinned nigga? I'm saying that they had who gives a fucks on that roster. They went to the Western
And
Conference
they
Finals,
made-
and
they
they
made-
signed who could give a shit.
They who gives a
This
fuck
offseason.
better. That's what I'm saying. You
it's
gotta
LeBron-
watch them.
It's LeBron and AD. That's all you need.
No,
they
that's,
made
that's
the
the
supporting
foundation.
cast
That's
better.
all you need.
No,
They
that's
made
the foundation.
the supporting
To get
cast
to the
better.
Western Conference Finals, you
Look,
just need LeBron and AD.
No, you needed Austin Reeves. You needed.
He's still there.
I know.
Yeah.
You needed Hachimura.
You needed D'Angelo Russell.
They
One
they're not
game.
giving you
Hey,
Russell.
yeah, one
let,
game.
let FIFO cook.
They're not letting you
He
give
don't
up.
need
That's
your
what
help.
I'm saying, Lou.
He don't need your help
They
right
wanna-
now,
They
bro.
want to pick the two niggas that was not even there full time and be like,
D'Angelo
all right.
Russell was the only questionable move to
It
me.
was all right.
That was I don't know, but
Who else? No, there was other niggas. Who else? You tell me what happened to Lonnie? Lonnie wasn't important.
What about Gabe Vincent?
Lonnie won him a game, didn't he?
That's a game. Gabe Vincent will do more than that. I like Gabe Vincent.
We don't know how Gabe Vincent is outside of Miami.
Man, yeah,
I'm just saying.
Hey, LA is the Miami of the West.
LA could be dangerous for a nigga named Gabe Vincent.
Shit,
What
if
do you
Miami
mean?
wasn't, LA ain't gonna be.
Miami is like, yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun, but when I go to work,
Nah.
it's a grindhouse. That's how they talked about the environment. LA, bro.
Miami
You
worse
walk
than
in
LA.
there, it's LeBron
Miami
show.
worse than LA, bro.
You don't even listen to Rob Pelinka. It's LeBron show.
Look, here's the thing. Well, you done. Here's the thing. The most important thing they could have did was bring everybody back.
Yep.
And they did.
Who's everybody though, Ken?
They brought everybody back damn near except Lonnie Walker, bro.
It's LeBron.
And they
AD,
added your boy
Reeves.
Cam
Bro, they brought back
That's everybody.
They brought back the team that was winning down the stretch.
And it was
every game.
But it boiled down to 3 niggas. That's all they need.
No,
And those
it did
three
not.
niggas are
The
coming
other
back.
niggas
did
they
not.
signed does not move the needle.
No, it did not.
It does collectively.
It did not. It boiled down to Austin Reeves doing his thing, D'Angelo Russell having moments.
They said he was the worst. He got benched.
It doesn't
In
matter.
the majority
They
of the
have,
playoff games
what I'm
down the
saying is
stretch.
they have a chemistry together.
Continuity is important.
Yeah, the roster fits. They know each other. They were successful.
They got rid of what's his name? Who got the blonde part?
Dennis Schroeder.
They got rid of Shooter, right?
Yeah.
He was a
Okay, he was a key
now
guy.
His in terms of his defense, yeah.
What do you-
I mean, but
Who
Yeah,
else? Somebody gotta guard somebody.
But I'd rather take Gabe Vincent shooting over Dennis Schroeder.
I'm just saying that-
Shooter was a liability
what
offensively.
They're gonna be
That's the
fine.
perfect LeBron
The Lakers
guard.
are gonna be
100%.
fine. Lakers gonna be fine.
they got Jackson Hayes. I
They
think that's a
hyping
good
these moves.
pickup.
That is a good pickup.
They hyping the move.
Lakers had a good offseason.
I'm not too high on
did.
Torian Prince, but he'll
But he's
work.
solid.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
He's
name
solid.
sound better
Three
than
and
who
get-
he is.
I give you that.
Three
You
and D
always
guy.
remember Atlanta Torian Prince. He ain't in Atlanta no more.
I know. Cam Reddish.
Okay, well,
Potential.
What's
We'll
his
see.
4th team in
Maybe
2
LeBron
seasons?
will rub off on him.
Maybe he'll
Pause.
unlock him.
Yeah, what?
You see how they doing
Going
it?
on here? Hey. All right, let's move on to the other.
Oh yeah, they got rid of Mo Bamba.
Yeah, that's the dark skin nigga I was talking
Deservedly
about.
so.
Let's move on to the other team in Texas, Houston Rockets. I actually like their moves. It ain't gonna do shit for them to win, but I like the roster that they're trying to bring. They're trying to bring some type of energy around these young players.
So Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith Jr., and Sanguine, Alpera and Sanguine.
Patty Mills.
And then they got
He said Patty, man.
Yeah, they went and got
Patty's a
Patty
good,
Mills.
bruh. If you gonna tell me about Gabe Vincent, don't disrespect
that was
Patty.
him that told you about Gabe Vincent. You know I shitted on them motherfuckers the whole damn playoffs.
But don't disrespect Patty. Pat, don't he got a ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, Patty's an NBA champion, and he came out. He always
Patty's
come off the bench.
solid.
He's solid.
Patty's
He all right, but
He the greatest Australian
you
player
was
I've ever
talking
seen.
like he's gonna move the needle. He ain't moving the needle, bro.
I said he's going.
I can't even find him on here.
Because it just happened.
Dylan Brooks, the only person that moved the needle for the Rockets.
No. Listen. So all of the guys moved the needle, not in terms of W, but in terms of becoming a professional team.
Yes.
And getting these youngins to understand what it is to be an actual productive NBA player.
That's what I was saying.
That's the reason why they went and got Ime, because they lack
You didn't say
structure.
that. You said Patty Mills.
No, I said earlier. I was
no,
like,
Patty adds
he's
to
a
that,
part of
though.
that.
Patty
I was
add-
like, bro, they got good. They gonna have a good locker room. I said they ain't gonna win shit.
Exactly. They're not
never
going to
gonna-
win. I think I said it in one of our text threads where I like this move because Dylan Brooks brings that toughness, right? That shit talking, that can back it up to a degree. We know he's going to play hard. Van Vliet is a champion. He understands what it takes. You know what I'm saying? That'll quote unquote pause rub off on the youngins. You know what I'm saying? The youngins can learn a lot.
That's a wild statement. Say that.
The youngins can learn a lot from the veterans that they hired, plus Ime. You know what I'm saying? So I like the move, but these moves are not for right now. These moves are for 3 years, 2 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Where you're going to see it pay off.
Yeah, and shit. Kevin Porter Jr. is on the bench, and
They're going to move him.
Eamon Thompson. They're gonna have to, but he can play though. I like him
He can play, but they say his attitude is negative.
because he got all these people in front of him.
They signed hella guards.
Yeah, it was like, he was like, man, what?
I don't know what
What's
that
going
lineup
on?
gonna be. Ime got his hands full.
And then
I
one
ain't
of
talking about with
you
White
said the
women.
Twins look like they can play, so I haven't watched them yet.
Oh, they can hoop.
How y'all feel about Westbrook taking that pay cut?
It's the only option he had.
Versus doing what? That's what I was about to say. Versus doing what?
Damn, was it?
Yeah.
Who else was going to sign him, Ken? Who wants him? Boston don't want him. Miami don't want him,
He would've
really.
been great in Boston though.
Nah.
No,
Nah.
It
Too many
would've-
turnovers.
It would have called him.
Him
all
and
kind of
Jalen.
niggas.
Nah. Too many turnovers.
I'm saying, but the way he
coach ain't experienced
I
enough.
agree with that because
The superstars
only
ain't-
Ty Lue could coach him right now. Ty Lue's getting he's squeezing the hell out of this stone and
Here
he getting
you
Welch's
go
grape
again,
juice out
bruh.
of this.
No.
Westbrook next season, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Hey Ken, I'm about to bet it right now. Double down. Westbrook gonna be I'm gonna save it for the beginning of the season.
Yeah, save it.
Yeah, please do, because this is the same.
I'll say
old
depending
G.
is Westbrook gonna be a top 5 point
It's
guard in
the
this
same
upcoming season.
old G.
It's gonna be.
And in that closeout game, when you were hyping Westbrook up, that
he
closeout
dropped
game,
30.
the closeout game, one of those games, he was terrible.
It was like the middle. It was by himself. What do you expect him to do, Ken? Everybody got hurt literally in that series.
It just showed me, like, I don't shit on Westbrook the way a lot of people do, but in terms of what you're saying that Lue is doing with him, no.
Ty Lue is
He's still being the same guy, but
Bruh.
yeah, but Westbrook, Paul George, I mean, this is pretty much the same team. What they gonna do next year?
Clippers, they're gonna blow it all up if they don't get nothing out of this season. And they got to. They were trying to trade niggas. It's still this
I
offseason.
mean, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Nicholas Batum, like, it's
Terrence
just like,
Mann.
I don't know, bro.
We'll see.
They're gonna get Ty Lue up out of there.
We've been kicking the
think
can
so?
on this conversation. Speaking of getting somebody out of there, Dame.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who said it here first. It might have been me, but I was like, I don't think he's gonna start for the Blazers because of the draft and them getting scooped. And they're clearly trying to get his ass up out of there, but respectfully.
It hasn't
I
been
don't know if it's
respectful.
respectfully,
That's what I'm
bro.
about to say. Respectfully?
that GM, there's been some shit talk about the GM. I think he was talking shit.
I mean, well, it was respectfully up until now. I always feel like once trade talks happen, it's like somebody gonna say something, be like, all right, he a piece of shit. Or like, that just happens on trade talks, and then eventually you get past it. But I do think Dame, I don't know if he only said he's going to Miami, right? Miami. Did he say another
Said
team
he's
outside?
open to that.
No, only Miami.
And Miami is like, all right, so that
So
means
is
Tyler
you
Hero's
gonna
out.
take Tyler Hero or
Yeah.
no?
Tyler Hero and 5 first-round picks that are going to be at the bottom.
Portland wants 4 first-round picks. Miami's going to have to get another team involved to make it work.
Nobody give a fuck.
My thing is this. It has been disrespectful, Ken, because outside of Giannis, there hasn't been another superstar in a small market to say, this is where I'm staying. Like, I'm trying to win here. Not a lot of guys do that. Paul George ain't do that.
Westbrook did it.
Westbrook did it. You know what I'm saying? They wound shipping him out anyway. So at this point, he's been loyal. He gave you 10, going on 11 great years of service from day one. Like, Dame was ready day one. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, somebody that's been that loyal, even though the GM, Cronin, I don't want to say it's his last name, he didn't say anything really incendiary. However, that's not how you treat arguably the best player in your franchise's history. You know what I'm saying? That's not publicly what you say. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it simple. Hey, we're gonna work with Dave, you know, to try to get him to his preferred destination. If it takes time, it takes time. He said that. Those are his words. That's a better message than what he's putting out there. And you got to look at it like this too. We don't live in the 80s anymore. All of these players know how you're treating this guy. And people around the NBA know people that know people to know really what's happening behind the scenes. So if this is going to get ugly and contentious, that's not a good look for your organization, because you had 10 years of a tier one player and then do nothing with it. It's LeBron all over again, except LeBron decided to leave first. Dame is now doing that, bro. You get him where you want to go. Like, that's the least that you can do. And it's not like you're going to get chop suey in return. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get them picks. 4 is a bit much. 3 first-round picks, I think, is more digestible. If you give me Tyler Hero and 1 or 2 other guys, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's do right by Dame. We're going to have a whole bunch of draft picks. We're going to suck for the next 3 years. So our draft pick plus another draft pick, we can package that up and potentially move up or get another guy. It gives you moves. Look at OKC. OKC don't give a fuck where them first round or second round picks are. Just give me them. Oh, you need a salary dump? Come on. We're in rebuild mode. We can do that. So Portland just needs to move off of Dame. Dame does not need to start the season in a Trailblazers jersey. Get that man to Miami because he fits. That's what they were missing. They were missing a number 1 scorer.
Yeah, and they haven't talked since he demanded to trade him, Dame and Cronin. He said that if he's traded to another team, he just won't even go.
He won't even show up.
He said he won't even show up, bro. He said so. I think the funniest thing to me was as soon as they made that offer and signed Jeremy Grant, Dame was like,
Nope.
Hell no.
I know y'all ain't going the way I'm looking.
Y'all get me the fuck up out of here. We ain't doing this shit, man. That's like, damn, bro. Imagine you, Jeremy Grant. Man, I get to go play with Dame. And that motherfucker signed. He be like, damn, I don't even want you, bro.
I don't know. I mean, shit, Draymond Grant, I think he just happy to get paid.
Oh, yeah, he is.
That's
Of course,
I
from
think
that
he, I think he
perspective.
give a fuck about what Dame doing. But I hope it gets resolved because I do kind of want to see Dame in Miami. But I think for the whole respect conversation is interesting as far as what you were trying to talk about, FIFO, because at the end of the day, Portland is setting, like, he already put himself in a position to where he's going to go to where he wants to go. How that exit happens is kind of irrelevant at this point.
It's not that irrelevant because think about it. Since Dame Lillard, right, they drafted CJ, which was a tier 2, tier 3 player, right? Who else have they drafted? Who else have they traded for?
Didn't they get Nurkic? Didn't they draft Nurkic?
No, they traded for Nurkic. But Nurkic is not even tier 3. Nurkic is role player.
Now he is. When he first went there, they was expecting him to do a lot.
He went there with hype.
It wasn't there.
But he wasn't that guy, which is why Denver kept Joker. They had their choice. Oh, you
thought it was Nurkic. That's why it was a conversation, but they realized it
was. So to me, when I look at these struggling organizations, you can't draft, you're a small market, you haven't made a splash in free agency, and now you're treating Dame not horribly, like it isn't like, a whole dumpster fire. It isn't. But if we look at the moves that they've made over the course of the last 3 years, what they've gotten in return is saying we're rebuilding. So they have not built anything around Dame. So why am I going to say, oh, what's best for the organization? Behind closed doors, that can be the mentality. But in public, bro, hey, look, we're working with Dame to get him to his preferred destination.
I think Dame's issue was him talking all that shit or saying what he's been saying all these years. You know, I'm not going to chase the ring. I'm here for the long run. Like he basically pulled a Kyrie. And for a while he was.
But Kyrie's never been no place 10 years.
I know, but he just kept putting that out there over and over and over again. And now, even when other teams were winning, he still was like doubling down on the shit. And now it just got to a breaking point. But that's why fans started turning on him. That's probably why the GM, even though they were preparing for this, that's why they got upset. It was like, bro, you were saying all this shit all this time, but at some point, Dame's going to be like, yeah, I've been saying it because I thought you guys were going to at least try to make build a team that's going to make a run. I'm the guy. Just get me the pieces I need around me to show you that I could be the guy and win a title.
Why don't you think that Portland and New Orleans made the move for Zion, number 3 for Zion, and put Zion and Dame together? Because the Pelicans wanted to get a top 3 pick because they wanted Scoot or Brandon Miller. Like they really wanted Scoot.
Oh, so that was real?
That was real.
Oh.
That was real. So to me, why because again, 10 years in an NBA career, most players don't have a 10-year career, let alone with one team. And we know Dame was the guy. And if Dame said publicly that I'm committed to you guys, and you really want to build something around Dame, you go get him Zion.
Go get Zion.
If he's available. Because even if the shit don't work, you still trade Dame and you got Zion.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know that Zion is going to be good though?
Yes.
You know Zion is good.
If he when he plays,
Time out. You saying Zion can't play?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Okay,
if
that's
I'm
all I need to
Portland,
know.
I'm saying if I'm Portland and I'm wondering, okay, I need someone to help Dame stay here with me. If that person is Zion Williamson, like, is he going to stay underweight? Is he going to not be injured? He's not played a lot of games in his first 3 years.
We understand
years.
that.
So if I'm Portland and I'm wondering for the long haul, if I'm going to take Scoot and someone who I feel like I may have a longer future with, or if I'm going to take Zion and Dame, I might go Scoot.
So yeah,
because that gives me a lot more room to fail.
No, that's what they did. They decided to invest in the future
Versus right now.
instead of going to get Zion, not because Zion couldn't play. I think they just had a feeling that Dame was going to want out. So they wanted to protect their...
But Dame said it. Hey, trade this 3rd pick and give me a guy that we can go win something with. Not a young guy.
But who knows? And again,
and especially not my replacement.
If you're the GM or the Portland Trailblazers, who knows if that's Zion though? Are you willing to take that risk?
No, we know that.
Are you willing to be like, this dude only played what?
I know. You're talking about all that,
years.
but we're talking about a commitment to win and trying to show Dame that you're committed to win. And if Zion is on the table, then you go make that move.
Exactly.
And you just live with it.
Because look, I'm gonna give you a parallel example. Back when LeBron was in his first stint with Cleveland, they had an opportunity to trade for Amari Stoudemire.
I remember this.
You know who they went and got? Antoine Jameson. They claimed fit. That's not a championship move.
LeBron left afterwards. This is very similar to that.
You go get Amari with all the knee injuries and all of that because we knew that he was at his peak, he was an MVP caliber player.
They went and got Antoine.
They went and got Antoine Jameson. And then guess what happened? Amari went to New York before Carmelo did it. What did Amari do that?
He hooped for 2 years.
He was an MVP talks all that year.
Top 3.
So those are the decisions that you have to make as a GM. Am I trying to win with the guy that I got right now? Or am I playing for the future? And if I'm playing for the future, the guy that I have right now, I got to let him go.
Yeah. They were scared. I agree with you. Like, their concerns about Zion make sense. But if you're trying to keep Dame and you're trying to win, you make that move.
Because here's the thing.
Let me ask you guys this. If you guys were the GM, which move would feel more comfortable for you to keep your job?
Zion.
Really?
I know he can play.
I know he can play.
Because if I take the future player, I get a few more years though. If Zion gets hurt or anything this first couple of years, it's over.
But you know
what
though? Here's the thing, as the GM, Dame, you're my number 1 priority. We swung for the fences for you, bro.
We tried to go get the championship.
Hey, you say you was committed. All right. You double down on that. We're going to get a guy that we think that you could play with that is that level. And then let's be honest, when Zion does play, he's box office. So ticket sales are going to go even further up. They are a complementary duo. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying that's not the deal. They're not going to do that trade.
Why not?
Well, they did do the trade.
Well, I'm just saying like the move is getting Dame out. The move is
He
not
took the long.
Yeah, that's what they
took the
decided
long
on.
play.
Yeah,
they didn't take the right now
immediately
play.
thought about the long play.
They took the long play.
Ever since
Because
that
it gives you
draft
more
night,
job stability.
After draft night, they were like, yeah,
You know
It
why?
gives you more job stability.
You know
Because
why
you
it
got to
doesn't
wait
mean-
now to see if Scoot works out. I got 1, 2, maybe 3 years to see if Dame and Zion works out. I get 3, 4, 5 years to see if Scoot works out. So if I'm a GM, I take the long play.
With the re-up,
yeah, it's about eight.
with their contract.
But the GM may not be there. GM rarely is there for that amount of time to
Sam
see.
Presti been there for a minute.
If
That's
if
different,
Scoot
though.
work
We're not
out, I'm
gonna
there though,
conversate.
right? If Scoot work, I think that's what
Not
the
really.
GM
really.
You know why?
Not
Because
really,
Sam
bro.
Presti has been able to replicate the talent every time. When he moves on and he gets in draft picks, the motherfucker draft talent
We
and
gonna
then he
see
makes
what
the
Sam
right
Presti
move.
Also,
doing.
you couldn't do shit with fucking Dame. If Scoot could play, what the fuck you gonna do with Scoot?
That's true. You might have been in the same scenario the next 4 or 5 years.
And that's what I was going to say. History repeats itself with these bad organizations. What have they shown us? Over the course of time, you have not been able to draft outside of CJ
So
McCollum.
now what can I do for Scoot? That's going to
Same
determine
shit.
the 4, 5, 6 years.
So when you hit on a guy like Dame, you swing for the fences every time, and they have not. Dame is 30, what? 3? 30, 30.
Nah, he ain't that old. I think he's 31.
think
Maybe
33.
go
No,
on.
you like 33. You like 33, 34.
He can't be that.
Yeah, he is. Look it up. With Dame now being, going into the twilight of his career, you get a guy like Zion that's already
He 32.
young. 32 going on 33. So in the season he'll be 33.
Yeah, assuming, let me see.
Okay, hey, I know my numbers. I may
No,
not
he
be
just
exact.
turned 32. It was July 15th.
July. Okay, bet. So cool.
ain't even
32.
Oh no, he's turning 33.
Yeah,
Oh
see?
damn, I thought it passed.
Boom.
already.
So with Dame being 33, right? To me, the safer play and how you save your job is by swinging for the fences.
and going with Dame.
Making Dame
Even
a
though you
priority.
like Scoot.
Go get Zion if that was on the table. And then now what happens is midway through the season, if it don't work, ship Dame out.
Bye-bye.
You
And
still
now I
have
still got Zion.
You got to upset fat fuck and then you just trade away your franchise player.
But you getting hella assets in return. For
exactly.
Yeah, hella asses. it's all your team, nigga.
At the end of the day, you were talking about somewhat GM security. To me, that's more secure because now I could go to the owner. Well, shit, shit ain't work out with Dame, nigga. We got Zion though.
So you think they took the less safe route?
Yes,
They took the easy way out.
it's the easier way out.
Yeah,
but
we're
it's
gonna-
less safe.
Yep, we're gonna get Scoot.
Easy sometimes means safer, but in this case, it doesn't because I don't think Scoot is a
Easy
miss.
in the sense of this should last a long time,
Yes.
but not safe in the sense of if it don't work.
Exactly, because it's not going to work. The history of the Blazers is the shit not going to work. You're not going to be able to draft the guys to put around Scoot. You just not. And then you're not a free agency destination. You know what I'm saying? So where's the win?
Yeah, if Scoot is a can't miss guy, then they're fine because they're just gonna go get something really really good for Dame and build
Hopefully
around
help
Scoot.
him, right.
So if you're the GM, it's like, all right, well, we're just gonna start over. They signed Jeremy Grant, bro. And I don't mean that to
a
be
big
disrespectful,
deal, yeah.
but they signed Jeremy Grant. They were not trying to win
That's true.
a title.
No.
Last thing, in-game tournament. Did y'all read the rules about that?
No, go ahead and enlighten us.
I like it though.
Let me look it up real quick. But the main thing is it's a mid-season tournament. I think it's starting November 4th, and it goes to like towards the Christmas Day games or some shit like that. And it's just the in-season tourney. They're having 6 divisions, 3 from East, 3 from West, and then it's like broken down from there, or some goofy shit like that. And it's supposed to be like first round, second round is elimination and all that. You just get down to the last 2 teams, and then they win you the NBA Cup. at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know what the incentive is outside of they didn't say any.
The
Man, I
winner-
know it's probably money.
It's money. It's
but
$500K.
but outside
money.
of that, it's
It's more
like
money.
you get like draft picks.
No, it's more money.
Nah.
It's just more
It's
money.
not
That's
yet.
it.
They're gonna build
The thing
up
of
to
it
that,
is
though.
more money. Yeah,
They got to see how it works. You know, it's just like they did with the play-in thing.
just something different.
Once they
I
flush
like
it
the
out.
play in this in season tourney shit.
I like this though.
sound.
Look, they told y'all
Tournament-
this was coming.
They
Tournament
did. but
basketball is fun though. Like let's
It
not
is.
try to act like it ain't fun.
How?
You know why?
You just
Because-
said you like to play in. Everybody loves
But
the
the play in
NCAA
means to
tournament.
the play in means we right there at the playoffs.
But you know what
Tourney
this
don't mean
does?
shit.
No,
It
but you
means
know,
you win the NBA Cup.
We ain't even halfway through the season.
But
nigga.
you know what this does though for like the basketball geek and purists and the people that love the NBA, you get to see matchups that you don't see as often as you see. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna see East and West teams like in the same side. It's not an East versus West. You're gonna have 3 East, 3 West in the same like grouping. So you're only gonna see that team. Let's say if we live in Atlanta, we only see the Lakers one time. But what if you're in that group?
And it's
You
a
get to
different
see 'em
style
more.
of play. It's a different style of play. I'm not worried about winning 3, 4 games in a series or it's a back-to-back and I got to rest these players. This is the only thing going on. This is the tournament. We're trying to win it. That gives a totally different element to NBA basketball that we see similar to the play-in. Like that's completely different from anything else that the NBA has to offer. And I think they need to do this. They need to try different shit to make us more engaged during the season because 82 games is way too long.
And then think about this. It incentivizes the guys that don't make big bread. Because $500K to LeBron, that nigga, I done
nothing.
spent that last week. But
on that person that was waiting on me at the airport for 3 hours.
but Gabe Vincent, hey, that's big money.
Or whoever the 12th
Russell
man off the
Westbrook at
bench.
this point, $500K.
The 12th man off the bench, they do this in the Premier League or in soccer and football, and they have these in-season cups or whatever it may be, and so the younger guys can play. And the reason that those younger guys are going to play harder is because there's a lot more money than they've ever seen in their life. So even with the NBA, if they're talking about expanding who we know and the people that they're trying to market, then you put the 12th, 8th, 9th guys off the bench in there, and you go, oh, okay, this dude is all right. He decent. He scored 25 in the NBA Cup. I think it's a good move.
I like it. I think it. Give them time to flush it out, build it out.
Yeah.
I just saw that Adam Silver said they've been talking about this for 15 years. So there, it's time. It's time to shake shit up. People are bored. People are like Spike, and a lot of people about Spike are like, man, the NBA season is too long.
Right, it's too long.
So we need to give
Break
people
it up.
something. So people may just tune in for the tournament, and then they dip back out and come back for the playoffs. So they probably have all the data to see that. So yeah, I'm with it. I'm cool with it.
I like it.
We'll see. I could give a fuck about it until I see it. Unless the Knicks win it.
You don't give a fuck about nothing, man.
Nah, I do. I care about
Brun.
I care
That's
about team.
it.
Yeah, speaking of Brun, he leading Team USA. You know what I'm saying? He gonna lead us right to gold.
No.
Ain't nobody else giving a fuck. Y'all didn't want to hear about
See?
the roster.
Yeah.
Who's on the roster, Nick?
The roster is Paulo
Paulo.
Banchero, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Jaren Jackson Jr., Cam Johnson, Walker Kessler, Bobby P., and Austin Reeves. That's an interesting group.
That is. Whoever comes out as the lead dog of this pack is going to have a breakout season. And to me,
That's Jalen Brunson.
it's Ant Edwards. I think Ant Edwards is going to be the leader of that squad. And you're going to see that shit translate to this season. Now, I don't think it's going to translate to wins because I think they got to move on from Cat.
They talking about sending Cat. That's all trade to send him to Charlotte for some. I forgot who they were sending back, but it wasn't Melo or Miller.
Nah.
They just paid Melo.
Yeah, it was
Love
somebody-
Melo.
Yeah, it
Because we
was-
need to stop this. I saw a damn video. It's so
All the
fucked up.
kids.
Bruh.
I try to tell you.
I'm
try to tell you.
disgusted.
I'm
And there's
try-
a bunch of white kids too.
Yeah, that's why I didn't care about the video.
I try to tell
I didn't
you.
give a fuck. About
I did discredit the video because of that.
Like, how many white
But-
kids know about Carmelo? And
Right, but it still was messed up. Yeah.
Bro, kids in general. Look, my
They
bro-
probably can only name 5 black people they know off top.
Nick.
Period.
Just give him another nickname. They need to stop. Stop.
What-
They,
else
they
is
should
gonna
call
be?
him. Damn, I can't even think of
They
it. I was gonna call
ain't
him
none.
Lala.
Look. My brother runs an AAU program, bro. I've asked the black kids When I say Melo, who you think? LaMelo Ball. It's LaMelo.
His
Shoes
shoes
and
is
stuff. It's
is
been about
damaged
enough
too.
time
Yeah, you know what? Look,
Not enough time for what?
for that name to die out of money. Like, you know how these kids
For
are.
them
bro.
to transfer the name
They're
from
literally
name is
Carmelo
already-
to
they're
LaMelo.
calling Paul George they GOAT.
No,
So
they-
you think that the Melo name gonna hold up? Like, come on, bro.
That's a
Like,
good-
we
that's
know
a good point to
like,
bring
they-
up.
Call him LaBall.
nah.
That's a la pause.
The ball is nuts.
Oh man.
But I got faith in Team USA. They got the white boy too. Austin Reeves is doing a fucking world tour. This nigga,
Hey, man.
he got
He
his
finna be
shot.
the new Rocky, bro.
Yeah.
He finna be the new Rocky. Watch.
He ain't gonna be, and he done got paid. He ain't gonna be. He
don't
about
think
to
he gonna
fall
be-
He
back
about to be
down.
Caruso. Hey, all these white boys that got paid,
They
Gordon
finna
Hayward,
pump-
all
bro,
these niggas.
They finna pump Austin Reeves like he Larry Bird.
Who got
bro.
paid? Then the white boy on the Kings who got stomped out by Draymond get paid too.
Oh,
He ain't
lefty.
white, though.
What's his name?
He European still.
Sabonis.
He was
Yeah.
born in America.
Oh, you know who the Kings picked up? They picked up the EuroLeague MVP. They signed him to a 3-year contract. I couldn't tell you his name. But I like that pick for them because he's another big. I think he's like a 7-footer. They say he's gonna play real good with Sabonis. I got some breaking news though from Sham Charania. He says Mavericks Kyrie Irving has signed a 5-year endorsement deal with Chinese sportswear brand Anta, plus the unique position of chief creative officer at the company. Industry sources told The Athletic in Stadium.
He about to
He about to
turn
start.
trade on the country,
Yeah, he
bro.
about to start. They gonna
Y'all
sign
see
treaties to call it the
flat
Kyrie
Earth
bills.
ones. Them flat Earth ones finna be hot in the street.
Now, Wade did that similar thing with his
Klay
Chinese.
Thompson is also with Anta.
Yeah, Wade.
There's a couple-
Hey, the
couple
Chinese were
players.
paying
Hey,
bread, bro.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
And the American
It's smart.
dollar's going down, so it's good to diversify your
It
portfolio.
makes sense. They already stealing all shit anyway, so now they got Kyrie to come over there and just.
I was
give
gonna say
it
they
to
already
him
make
for
the
free.
shoes there.
Yeah.
That's
true.
They
That's true.
make the shoes
Let's
here.
put another name
He
on it.
going
That is
Kyrie
true.
cutting the middleman out. Fuck Nike, nigga. Kyrie Lillard getting pennies on the dollar.
I'm just saying. So it's got, but as much shit as well, yeah. Never mind. Never mind. I just hope you don't come back with any of that stuff. Just stay away from that lab.
Please,
We
please.
don't want to get that shit
He
started.
ain't got the
again.
shot yet. He can't go
Hey,
to
he ain't got the
lab.
shot either. And you
He
going
can't
over
go
there,
to the
bro?
lab, man. He
You know
ain't
that
got
shit.
the
That shit was a lab leak, bro. That shit that came out of the lab. And he taking his ass over there.
Yeah, man, he ain't got no shots, no
He better
type of
jab up.
vaccines in him, right.
The only shot he taking is that tiger bone. When he go, that's the only shot he taking when he go over China. Last question, rookie of the year.
Webby.
Out of these three, who y'all got with the best
Webby.
odds?
Give me Scoop.
We got Webby,
Webby.
we got Chet, and we got Scoop.
Give me
If
Scoop.
Wembanyama don't win, it's something wrong.
Give me Scoop.
It's over.
So Wembanyama doesn't win in rookie of the year. Is that
He
surprising
gotta
to
win
y'all?
it.
Yes.
If he played like he did in the second game, it's his.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a cold rookie of the year with Webby and Scoot. Because I could see Scoot gonna put up the numbers.
You really
bro.
think Scoot gonna be that?
Scoot is nice.
You really think so?
Scoop has it.
No one cares about Chet.
No.
Check-
The white people do.
Have you? Chet put on like 20+ pounds of muscle. Like Chet looked
He had
good.
like 12.
We're in his
10,
head.
I don't
and
think-
like 5.
I don't
No,
think
it's
there's-
fine.
I don't think there's enough opportunity for him to be rookie of the year though, because you got
Who's the
Shea.
star in OKC?
Shea.
Shea, but there's not another real scorer on that
That's
squad.
30 a game.
But they selling Chet though.
No, but Chet is complimentary to Shea though, because the other guys, the Giddies of the world,
They may. I think.
It's one more
I think
dude. What's
Chet on that roster fits. It's
I
gonna be
think.
nice.
I think they're
'Cause he ain't
building a
got to do
team
a lot of
around
shit.
Chet and not Shea.
Nah. Hell.
Chet works better with Shea. Shea can be nice, but
He
he's
can
not
do
gonna
whatever
be
he
shit
want,
without
whenever
Chet.
he want.
Right.
The small guy, the small guy need the big guy, bro.
I get that, but I think OKC is building their roster around Chet.
They hope they can build
hope
around
so.
Chet.
Yeah.
Chet got to show he can
That's a
do
good point.
more.
They
than
hope
Shea,
just-
so.
Shea is the
Depending
10th
on this year and the 20 pounds.
They got the
that he's
nigga in the back for if they need to bring out the nigga, but they want this whatever the fuck nigga.
Chet is nice. The thing is if you want to take it with a grain of salt, but 2K ratings came out. I was surprised at this. Shea is the number 10 rated highest player in 2K.
And
He's
Chet-
rated
30 a game this
94.
year.
and
bro.
Chet's number 7.
No.
He put up 30 a game.
I understand, but the 10th best player in the game,
30 in the NBA is
10 best, It's crazy.
Kevin Love
I
was
ain't mad
dropping
at
it.
it.
Kevin Love was a fucking
30-20s.
monster. And T-Wolves, was he the 10th best player in the
Nah, he
NBA at that
wasn't.
time? Probably
At
was.
that time?
He probably was top
At that-
8 at the
at
time.
that
If you look at
time?
the
I
list
don't
at those
know.
times,
At that time,
he was Moses Malone. They was calling the nigga white Moses Malone.
He was putting up them type numbers.
Yeah.
But nah, I like what I seen from Chet. I haven't seen him play yet. Like I
wanna
haven't
see
seen
him
any
play.
highlights or
Same like
anything.
with Victor. I want to see him play.
I don't think you're gonna get much. I think he's just gonna be shit. The numbers you cited
Said
for
for
Victor,
Victor,
I
10,
think you probably
9
gonna
and
see that. But I think it's gonna work for that team. You know, I think that's what kind of guy he is. But I just
We're going
need
to have to have
see
a
him play.
conversation after this season about OKC. That's all I'm going to say.
After this season,
Sam
They're
Presti's
supposed
on
to be the
watch.
most promising young team.
Sam Presti's on watch.
They got one of the.
I'm
How's
with
he
you,
on
bro.
watch?
They got one of the best
How?
young
I'm with you,
rosters.
bro.
in the league.
Because we had this conversation. I don't know why
They
you
got
acting
one of the
like,
best young rosters in the league.
I
Bro.
don't know why you out of all people are acting like this is coming out of nowhere. Because we had this conversation with B there about OKC. I said they have no identity. You can't name me their last 2 head coaches. It's basically just Shea out there.
It's
now
not.
Chet is back. He's supposed to be healthy. This is the season where I'm like, we'll see how the season goes. They got to make the playoffs though.
it's
You
more-
can't have all these talent. You can't have 400
made
draft
the-
first
they
round
made the
picks,
play-in this year.
and niggas is still
They made the
shit
play in
ball.
this year. Though.
Huh?
They made the play in this year.
The playoffs. Did you hear? I
That's what
didn't
I'm
say the
saying.
play
Like,
in.
They wasn't
But
far
you
away.
gotta
now.
take steps.
I'm getting another.
I
talent
know,
like
and this
Chet.
next step, just like we talked about, I was like, this next step is the playoffs.
That ain't
If you got a
crazy.
30-point
That ain't crazy
nigga,
to say,
if you got a 30-point nigga, I've seen Westbrook
should
take.
make the playoffs.
I've seen Westbrook. I've seen an old Chris Paul take this team to the playoffs.
They should
They
make the
need to
playoffs.
get to the fucking
Yes.
playoffs. If they got all this young talent
Yes, that's true.
in a West that is outside of Denver,
That's true.
ain't really the shit to talk about.
That's true. Yeah,
So yeah, Sam Presti's on watch.
It's not Sam Presti's fault if they don't make it.
it's not.
He bought the groceries. Groceries take
Yeah,
look good as
everything
hell.
y'all need, bro. Like y'all got everything y'all need.
We have flexibility.
Cook,
We
at
still
some
got
point,
draft
the cook
picks.
got to take responsibility.
Who's the cook?
The coach.
Who's the coach?
The coach. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all have to like you buying groceries for a hole
I
in the
don't know if
wall.
it's Ronald McDonald or fucking
You don't
Guy
you
Fieri. I don't know who it is.
Bruh. Nah, we ain't doing that. You don't get Whole Foods if you working at Waffle House. It don't make sense. You expecting that cook to do what with that?
Yeah, you get Food Depot.
You go to Aldi's if anything.
Yeah, that's what you get, bro. Wu Young, FIFO, did you members chat? Did you put Ken onto Cooper Flagg yet? Who the fuck is Cooper Flagg?
Cooper Flagg is nice as fuck too. Cooper Flagg, hey, is this big ass white boy. I can't tell you the team he played. I want to say he's still in high school or whatever, but he had a crazy game just
going to
recently.
Duke.
Yeah, he's going to Duke.
going to Duke.
He's in high school.
It sounds like a Duke dude, a Cooper Flagg, right?
He in a basketball game, he just had like 30 plus points. It was like 15, 17 rebounds, 12 assists, and like 6 or 7 blocks. It was crazy. The motherfucker almost had a quadruple double.
He's the next great white hype.
He can
Holla
hoop,
at
though.
me when they matter because I'm not concerned about these damn
It's gonna
kids,
be next
bro.
year,
It don't matter, bro.
There's a lot of kids that's been coming out like you gotta see this dude. We see this nigga. We already saying Zion is a fat fuck, and this is one of your
That's
biggest.
you.
I mean, shit. He even said it himself. He said it's
Hey,
hard, nigga.
but when
hey,
hey.
kid, when I read that, I was like, this nigga ain't it. He done.
Hey, but when
He
he played,
done.
hey,
Bruh, this nigga
he the
said
guy.
it's hard.
When he,
Oh,
hey, let's be honest, man. We haven't seen a guy like Zion since Charles Barkley.
and we haven't really seen a guy
Yeah, I'm
like
say I don't know where.
Have we
where
seen
you see
Zion?
him?
Hey, I'm just saying. He's
I'm looking for him like that one girl is.
that one from down the street.
He's still looking for him too.
Nah, when
His
he
kids
plays,
gonna be
he's an
looking
all-star
for him
level
next.
player, though.
But Cooper Flagg, all right.
Cooper Flagg, like,
We
he's
get
really
to the
nice.
super chats.
Duke
kid.
commit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like I said, like I'm too old to be worried about these kids.
Yeah, y'all saying
He on the
everybody the
USA
next
team.
They'll be
superstar.
aging me, and then you gotta wait until 2 or 3 years for them to get to. Nah, bro.
It's just one more.
It
He's on
doesn't
the
matter,
USA
bro.
team.
You know, I'll be
He's
a
a great-
year older,
he's-
bro. I ain't got time for that.
He's a great white hype. He on the USA team.
Talk about when they ball in the NBA.
You
was
have
saying
you
he-
watched them?
I've just seen like blurbs of him. No, I ain't seen no clip. No.
Is he better than Grady Dick?
Yes. You gotta say
All,
that man. whole
all I
name.
knew is he was going to Duke and he on the USA team.
Bro, I can't wait to watch the games he playing because I got to see what the commentators. I got to see how they get around.
Dick
this shit,
for
bro.
two.
I gotta see this, bro. They gotta.
Nick scores again.
They gotta go with initials, bro.
He's on a mission tonight.
Look at the burst out of Dick.
Hey, that
Dick
move
is
by
on a
Dick was
mission
so
tonight,
explosive.
man. He can't miss. Another one by Dick.
Social media, bro. That's gonna be entertaining. All right, super chats. Kind of going back to Wemby, God Trill 92, and I'm glad he got a easy to say nickname until I can get
talking about Wemby?
Wembanyama. Yeah. Because it took me a while to get Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, it was Greek.
But yeah, his floor is Gobert and his ceiling is Duncan. God dang.
Now his floor is
He said his
KG.
floor is
floor
Gobert.
is Gobert.
What is that, a
Crazy.
4-time defensive player?
That's what he was
Wow,
saying?
That's crazy.
And his ceiling is what?
Now I said his floor is 9, 10, and 7.
His floor is KG.
The floor, Hall of Fame, one time. Nah,
Spike, you were saying his floor is Mark Eaton, bro.
Yeah, I think his floor is like closer to Mark Eaton than KG.
Hey, you know what?
Facts. You're right. Thank you.
This
That's a
take
good
is
pull.
gonna play out worse
Bowl,
than
bowl,
Knicks.
Manute
Hey,
bowl.
Steph Curry can't create his own
My
shot.
thing is, bro.
This is worse than
Defo,
that.
we got to start tallying up these young niggas you calling out because he might have based you.
Bruh.
We
Oh,
gonna
have
see.
you seen Amani though?
He playing for his life in some of it.
He's balling.
He playing for his life. That nigga hooping for his
balling.
life in summer league, boy. Like this is the hardest you've ever seen him play.
I haven't
right?
seen a hooper hard ball.
That
harder
nigga
than-
playing for his life,
Bro, he
bro.
playing harder than Sanaa in love and basketball.
Game 7 for your heart.
For the
He go
heart,
to
he
Jersey,
playing
bro.
harder.
Game 7 finals, like that man playing for his life, bro.
In Cleveland, though. As a
Yeah,
second round
it ain't
pick.
even in Vegas, is it?
Second round
Yeah,
pick
he's
in
in Vegas.
Cleveland.
Nah, he in Vegas. That
Man,
nigga
look,
was
look.
playing, bro.
He gonna make the squad.
I hope so.
I'm not saying he's gonna have a major impact, but he's gonna show
If he don't make the Cavs, he will. What is
It's
he
a
doing?
problem.
he's making the
That
squad.
nigga playing his heart out, bro.
He's making the
Shout
squad.
out to him,
You'll
man.
see he's gonna show flashes.
Shout out to him. Man.
Igwe, Wemba. So we're going to have a couple of names. Wemba needs some weight. Bro looks like the stick bug from A-Bug's life out there.
All I
The
gotta
bug
say is go look at OKG when he came into the league.
This is true. Yeah, KG. Well, KD.
KD,
still kinda the same.
KD, yeah, both of them.
Yeah, they were sticks when
Even
it came
Kobe.
into AD. Go look at AD. Go look at Giannis when they first got into the league.
Chet has put on how many pounds you said? 20,
Close to
24?
20.
Yeah, come on.
That's water weight.
They got professional people to help them.
Yeah,
they
so-
ain't worried about that.
King Cam, Brandon Miller had Wemba in jail.
Nah, he didn't.
he had a couple of defensive moments, but still
Is
don't-
that video that's been circling around on? I don't know. It's
I watched
some
it
video
live.
that look.
They gonna come after Wemby though.
Oh, yeah,
Of course.
they
They
are.
gonna come after Wemby.
Of course. You got the biggest target on
Talking
his
about
back.
some, they don't hack like they do in the Euro. Though. We gonna see.
Oh yeah, you. Yeah.
We gonna see.
Okay.
Speaking of hacking, to a certain degree, Dark Prism rules change for next season. A flop will result in a technical foul plus free throw. The NBA just announced.
That's all I got to say to that.
Yeah, but they barely call flopping.
I was gonna say they rarely.
How about they
enforce
call
this shit.
flopping first?
But that's gonna be the adjustment for the ref because obviously if this is gonna be a rule change, the refs are looking for the flops, so they're gonna call them. And then we know that the refs have instant replay, so I don't know if they'll go into instant replay
They'll
to
do
try
that
to
for
solidify.
flops.
They need to do it because they need.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
excessive.
With it. I'm with
I don't
it.
mind flops in the regular season. They didn't really call. There wasn't that much
I
flopping
hate
in the
flop,
playoffs.
bro.
They always flop, bro. They always
Yeah,
flop.
it's annoying, bro.
They always
I
flop.
didn't see that
annoying.
many in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, Marcus Smart gonna be in trouble.
That's right.
LeBron
Green
was in
Beans
trouble.
saw a debate on Twitter. I want y'all's take. In their prime, KG or Dirk? KG.
KG.
In their prime, yeah, KG.
That's tough. Because Dirk won a chip with less.
Not in his prime.
KG was a better player in this prime.
KG was a better defender, but everything he could do offensively outside of dunking, Dirk can do.
You're gonna take the one thing that he does better, and you're gonna say outside of that. I ain't what niggas say like
Because everything
hey,
else-
they do
everything
he
else
said.
is equal.
The one thing he do better outside. I'm like, all right.
So
but
that means he's one thing better
yeah,
than.
he's one thing. He's already one thing better.
But what? So that's the leg up that KG has on Dirk offensively. What Dirk has on KG is the 3-point shot. So
KG could shoot threes if he wanted to. He preferred the mid range because that was basketball back in the day.
yeah, but again, we're talking prime. We know what KG's prime was. We know what Dirk's prime was. I'll take KG too, just for the defense.
All right. I think we already discussed this. Dream Ward asked about the NBA rules. I'll just read it because he sent it in. Thoughts on new NBA rules. and in-game penalty for flops resulting in a tech free throw, and you have a second coach's challenge is successful.
Yep.
Okay,
If the first
that's
one is
new
successful.
information. Okay.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. This is a good one from Tracy. Thoughts on the NBA and Big Three? Ice Cube
He's
is
hot. He is hot.
He is cussing everybody
My
out.
thing is, why would the NBA team up with Big Three
Why wouldn't they?
outside of Black History Month?
But why wouldn't they? Because it provides like almost like a retirement league for big NBA names. And if the NBA were to market and promote that, that's a big thing. Niggas would still go, like if, I know Kobe probably wouldn't have did it, but if Kobe was still alive and he went, bro, like they could have filled out arenas.
Go ahead.
Year round.
Exactly, year-round basketball.
Year round, bro.
Everything y'all say agree. My thing is, who's the owner of the Big Three?
Ice Cube.
NBA don't want to deal with Ice Cube. That's why they ain't trying to do this. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. That's all it is. It ain't got shit to do with it. He built up something that's phenomenal. That if it was Mark Zuckerberg, they would have signed up for it yesterday. But it's Ice Cube. They do not want to deal with Ice Cube because Ice Cube gonna be like, nigga, we splitting this bitch 50-50.
And they should. 51-50. I don't know. I think they should. I think it would be dope if they did. You get NBA year round. People watching it.
I
It's a
agree,
thing,
but it's
you know.
Ice Cube. They not trying. A nigga who said America's most wanted, he gonna be the first. Anytime there's a bad deal on tape, he cussing everybody. He throwing everybody out.
He is.
NBA
So,
ain't trying to deal with that.
I guess it's safe to say they ain't there yet. So Tracy G, excited for Detroit and Houston this year. Do you want Dame with Jimmy, no buckets? There we go, Tracy.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tracy said that.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to stop reading Tracy's responses, bro.
love
Jimmy
to
Butler
see
is a fucking legend. Reggie Miller wish he had the career Jimmy Butler.
Now you tripping. Facts. Both of y'all tripping.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Trust me, I don't think Reggie want that
And when he
career.
on his third NBA Finals trip, niggas gonna be like, oh, he ain't shit. Nah, nigga.
Jimmy ain't worth the damn.
Reggie Miller wish. And he gonna be a great TNT host.
He couldn't do anything.
When he retired,
He gonna
that's
be
the
better-
first thing I want to
he gonna
see.
be better at both.
But,
Announcing and
Yeah, I think that would be great to see. Yeah, Dame in Miami,
I think
dragging Jimmy along with him.
they give Boston something to worry about.
Boston.
That give the whole East something to
I was
worry
about to say,
about.
I think they're the best team in the East.
They beat Boston last year. They ain't
That's
worried
what I'm
about-
saying. So now even more so, like Boston think, oh, we're gonna re up and give Jalen $60 million a year. Like that's
The
not
team they
gonna
need to
work.
be worried about is the Knicks, not Boston. What are you talking about, bro? Brun and Josh Hart about to get gold and they gonna get a ring this upcoming season. I just hate that we had to give up top.
But
Hey, man,
Jimmy
what
would
you
get
smoking,
so
Jimmy
many.
Butler,
What?
Dame Lillard,
You got
Jalen
Brunson.
Austin, New York, all the way down there.
Nah, we was.
Mellow Kid 91. That seems like a new name. Could have sworn Zach LaVine's name was rumored with the New York Knicks, and Knicks sounded semi-excited to hear that before Brunson made noise there. Do you remember that?
I don't remember
like-
anything that didn't result, but anything before Brunson, I don't remember.
Okay. Brunson had a great year, but are you concerned after he kind of fizzled out in the playoffs?
He didn't fizzle out in the playoffs. Randall fizzled out.
He
in the
cost
playoffs.
them game one. He said it.
Yeah, but it was the way he cost them game one. That's what he was saying. Like he still had a great game one. It was just that he felt like he could have done something differently. It was the fact that he had a lack of shooting, which they're trying to address. They basically got the same Villanova squad that won that 2016 title on the Knicks now. Jalen or Julius Randle, I think we know what he is. I'm hoping
Yeah,
they
they getting
move
rid of him.
I'm hoping they move him either in
You gotta get him
by
up.
the, before the beginning of the season or in the middle of the season.
Who gonna take him?
Somebody will.
He still put up numbers now. You
I mean, he's third. He's an all NBA player, nigga.
Yeah, nah. You can still use
He
him.
ain't shitty. You can't. That's why niggas who say that be like, how can you say he's shitty when the NBA is
I
saying
ain't
he's
saying
not?
he's shitty. I'm asking who would take him.
Somebody
You said that implying that,
that he's shitty. Yeah. I think the Knicks are ready to make a jump. We're gonna be a top 3 seed in the pending. This is my pending hot takes. I got
Top
2
3 seed?
I got two ready. What was the other one? Oh yeah, Westbrook this season will be a top 5 point guard pending.
You got two
The
terrible.
New York
Pending
Knicks.
what?
Two terrible.
No, I'm
takes
saying
so
pending.
far.
I can take this takeaway before the NBA season starts. But this is just a thought I have, and then the Knicks will be a top 3 seed in the East.
That's definitely not gonna happen.
So that's
And Russ is not a top 5 point guard.
some
He will
terrible.
have. He'll be a top 5 point guard this season,
Nah,
pending.
nah. Shot down. Boom, boom.
What else we got?
Tracy G, why did Pop get that contract? That kind of shocked me.
Because of Wemby.
It's because of Wemby
Legacy. Yeah.
legacy, and on top of that, who else deserves that money outside of Pop?
Y'all know
else?
Pop is like one of my favorite coaches. He needs to sit his ass down.
He's
it's
80
over.
at the end of this
It's
contract.
over, bro. It's over.
I don't think it's over. I think they're doing it just specifically not because they saying Pop is going to get us back to the top. Is that Pop is going to be the greatest foundation for Wemby to be in the
Exactly.
NBA.
And it's guaranteed. You know, even if he get fired or anything, he's still gonna get the money.
They're
That's
not
all
gonna fire
NBA
him.
coaches, right?
Nah, just it's his specific contract.
No, that's all NBA coaches.
Really?
Yeah, it's all guaranteed.
Yeah.
I thought
'cause
they,
there's
I
some
thought they
niggas
made
that-
some type of exception for him.
Because there's some,
Mike Brown was still getting paid by a lot of niggas.
yeah,
because he got fired though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And there was still money left in years on those contracts, so they still got to pay them out. But all that being said, what do I always talk about? Rookie or first year players, 3 to 5 years. That is the foundation for a young player to establish himself in the league. That aligns with that contract that Greg Pop signed to get Wemby established in the league. You're going to see R.C. Buford is going to hire or sign players, veteran guys, because Wemby is IQ wise, he's already at a pro level. You know what I'm saying? You could run offense through him. So you're gonna get veteran guys that's gonna be like, well, shit, we know who the star is. We just gotta do our role, and that's gonna allow him in these 3 to 5 years to establish his dominance.
Do you guys think if they didn't get Wemby, would he have gotten this?
Hell no,
Nah, he not
Pop
getting
would have been out of there.
Yeah.
Pop would have
I
been
agree.
out of there.
I just think that it was just more about the timing of everything. It's like, and then also, what's his name? It didn't help that Monty got paid all that bread either. So it's just like, I'm just saying if we're at the negotiation table, I'm like, I'm getting more than him.
Yeah, they back, white folks back on, bro.
Yes.
He $2 million more,
Yeah.
and now he's paid more than money.
Yep.
It was like we can't let that happen. We got to establish our
Yeah.
dominance.
And it's Pop. No one's gonna disagree with it.
Yeah, exactly. Stephen A. Spliff, Dame the most overrated superstar in history, bro. I just don't understand.
Nah, I won't say that.
Yeah.
Carmelo.
Yeah. Wu Young, y'all caught the back and forth from Asante Samuel and Revis and Sauce on Twitter?
No,
I didn't see that.
what happened?
Neither did I. That's all they asked. So see if we can find that real quick. Kev Thimothy, what team who did make the playoffs last year that you think will next season? For me, it's OKC and the Pacers. The Pacers.
Pacers looking nice though, because they got Toppin, they got Halliburton, they signed Bruce Brown. They I think who else do they got? They getting some pieces. I don't know if it's a playoff piece, but I really like. I don't know why. I'm really looking at Orlando. I'm really looking at Orlando.
Nah, them boys ain't making no moves.
I think they may have something to say about an AC, at least a nice spot in the play-in.
You believe in Jonathan Isaac coming back?
I believe in Paolo, and I like Suggs, and I think Suggs is gonna have a better season than he did. 'Cause I know people are down on him, but I think he's gonna come back.
Dallas. I think Dallas will get in. I mean, that's
Yeah,
I
that was
don't know about Dallas. They probably will, but that's not
that 1-2 punch. Not a lot of teams can outduel that duo.
shit. That duo gonna outdo itself.
Rob. I was looking for your membership message. I did not see it. And I kept this thing up on here to see. Yeah, I saw Wu Young. I knew you were going to send something. Drop it in the chat for me, bro. I'm going to email them about this shit, though. It's getting annoying. Thoughts on the Pat Fitzgerald firing?
Northwestern's head coach went 1-11 last year. They did a investigation on.
I got it.
You talking about
Rob.
Northwestern shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got fired and he was like, nigga, that wasn't me.
Well,
the
they
report
gave
came
him.
back.
The thing was, they gave him 2 weeks before he got fired because they're a private university. They don't have to release what they found about the investigation. So when they gave him the 2 weeks, the dude who originated everything came out was like, "Nah, I want to release a statement and let y'all know what really happened." And then on that Monday, he got fired after that Patrick Fitzgerald did. So
what happened?
it was hazing, sexual abuse, things like that, stuff that goes on in the football locker room. And Patrick Fitzgerald isn't good enough of a coach to avoid the shit. They went 1-11.
Yeah.
They went 1-11 last year. So of course they were trying to get him out of there. But yeah, the dude came out and said that a lot of things were going on that were uncouth.
They said racism as well, but that's everywhere.
Yeah.
They saying
I ain't hear nothing
This
about
Asante Samuel story funny. They saying Asante Samuel was saying New York media overrates Sauce. Then he says they overrated Revis back in the day. Then Revis shot back, plus Sauce did too. This is what Wu Young said.
Revis shot back and said that Rex Ryan showed him tape of him getting double moved on almost all of the routes and showed what he shouldn't do. As far as your boy, what's his name?
Which one?
Asante
Sauce?
Samuel. He said that Revis said that Asante Samuel's tape was presented to him by Rex Ryan saying that you don't want to be like this dude. He falls for almost every double move in the book.
Damn. Okay.
But that was the truth, though. Asante was a cover 3 corner.
Yeah, he ain't man.
He was not man to man. And when Carolina, whenever he did get manned up, you saw what OBJ
burnt.
did to him.
Yeah,
He
burnt.
got burnt all the time.
And that's all. Yeah, he was saying.
Yeah.
That's all that Revis was saying.
Yeah, that's what was it? That Super Bowl against the Panthers? Was Asante on that team?
Who
Patriots Panthers?
Yeah, Asante was on that team.
Yeah. Didn't Muhsin Muhammad get an 82-yard tutty on that game?
That's a name I ever heard in a
Yeah.
minute, bro.
I was a huge. I used to play with them on NFL 2K or one of them. I love the Panthers. They had Jake Delhomme, Muhsin Muhammad. Who was the other wide receiver?
Steve.
It was somebody else. I forgot his name.
It wasn't Steve?
It was another receiver that I liked. It was Steve was there, but it was another
Okay.
receiver I liked.
Revis went on Twitter and said, "I recall Rex saying the receivers in our weekly team meetings, the game plan was if this guy lines up across from you, double move him every time. So in practice, our receivers referred to him as Double Move King. I never viewed him more than what he said about him in the scout report."
I hate how, if everything is saying they're true, I hate how niggas just hate for no reason. No one asked you for this. And then you're gonna hate on the young nigga too, who's
who you
clearly
saying
a
hating
good
on?
dude.
Asante.
Asante.
But Asante's
and I think
hating.
I think he's clearly doing this because his son ain't getting his name out there
got
like
a son?
that.
But you know what? But
It's Asante Samuel Jr.
But Asante was like that when he was in the league. Like he was way more bark than bite. You know what I'm saying? And again, he was a solid corner, but he wasn't stellar. He had like 2 or 3 years where he was top tier, but
The delusion to think that he was better than Revis. is
Yeah,
crazy.
no.
That's delusion. That's
no,
crazy.
Revis top 3 of this position all time.
All time. Like, hands down.
Yeah, and,
There's no
and
debate.
Sauce is he started off his career very strong. Like he is one of the better corners in the league.
I get what you're saying. That's hating.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like, bro,
it's-
For
like
me
this
to be
nigga-
sitting back and
Yeah.
be like this nigga, like, well, he shouldn't be this because he's in New York.
and then
Like,
you
come
bring
on,
another
bro.
nigga, and
You
it's like,
hating, bro.
as you're still hating on the young niggas, like, what is this? What am I supposed to do with this?
I agree with that.
What are we gonna do? You want Sauce not to be recognized for his talents? Why?
Because there's a difference between hating and critiquing. Hey, Sauce has this weakness in his game. He should improve X, Y, and Z. Okay, cool. You just said, oh, he's overhyped because of the media.
Because he in New York.
What you mean, bro? This nigga.
Do you see what division he's in?
He got the 2 animals in Miami that he got to deal with. He got
A
the
diva
dude
in New York.
in Buffalo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then he got
Sauce is good.
yeah,
Belichick.
Sauce is good as hell.
For anybody to come out and say, oh, well, I don't think he that good, you can't be Asante Samuel. That's the bottom line.
Revis could say that.
Yeah, you can't be like, nigga.
Dion could say that.
Like, nigga, who, like, I would be offended if I was Sauce to be like, bro, like, what? Come on. I don't give a fuck how many Super Bowls you got.
Yeah, that was it. Last one I read Super Chat. Shout out to Ken for rocking the Andy Reid shirt. That's right. I wore it on purpose because we on vacation.
I was about to say, I knew he was like, we going fishing after this, boy.
Hey, man, yeah, it was just like a sign that we just came to do this. We are officially on vacation, and my vacation is going to resume after this show, and we will see y'all in August. So, yeah.
Drink more
there's
water,
that.
I think, through another one. He was like,
All right. What do you got?
Charles Woodson or Revis? I'm taking Woodson.
Charles
FIFA.
Woodson. Just because he played safety in corner.
I'm taking Revis.
Man, Woodson
was. I'll take Woodson in college, but I'm
Yeah.
taking Revis.
Career. If I'm taking all career, I'm taking Woodson.
The whole
I'm
career.
going to Pittsburgh, Revis, and Woodson in Michigan.
I'm taking Woodson.
Give me Woodson. bro.
I'm taking Woodson's football career over Revis. But if we're talking cornerback in the NFL, I'm taking Revis.
Woodson was a playmaker.
Yes.
son.
I'm taking Woodson.
What wasn't he?
Woodson won some football games.
No, 100% punt return, everything. Like this nigga, bro. You could put him at wide out. I know he played wide receiver a little
That nigga
bit
was
in
a
Michigan.
beast, man. Charles
Yeah,
Woodson
nah,
was a
he was the
beast,
guy.
bro.
He was the guy. Football career, definitely.
I
Charles
like
Woodson.
He's a better
Revis's-
football player than Darrell Revis.
I give you that, but he was not a better NFL.
He may not have been a better. I give you that.
But the career,
overall football player.
100%.
I hate the reason I'm hating on Revis is because those Jets kept my Bengals back so twice like hella. I hated those Jets.
Maybe one time. Stop it. It wouldn't help.
Nah, it was that last year with Carson Palmer. And it was Chad.
Maybe one
Chad
time.
was it was our home game.
TJ.
Usman Zada.
Yeah, that was all.
That was
those
that
were
was
the
a good
days.
ass big.
Y'all had AJ Brown, not AJ Brown, AJ Green too, right?
We let Chad go the year that AJ got drafted.
Got you.
It was a third receiver that played.
There
with
was a
eight.
third
Yeah, who
receiver
the
that
other
was
guy?
nice.
TJ.
It was
Chad,
Chris Henry who died.
Chris Henry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he passed.
fell off the truck.
That's who Pac-Man Jones. He take care of his kids.
Y'all see CP3's I really don't want to be here picture he took for the Warriors?
No.
I ain't see that.
Nah, yeah, it was clearly that first day on the job. This is some bullshit. So they saying there's already issues. So yeah, we'll be watching.
He gonna
out
beat
for
up
that.
Steph Curry for the season.
He already don't want to come off the
Nah,
bench.
it's not him and Steph. Him and Draymond gonna fight.
He gonna beat up
Yeah,
Steph Curry. For
Steph
the
and
season.
Steph's cool.
Steph light skin, he gonna steal back.
Yeah, Steph don't have no beef, bro.
Yeah.
Steph,
He really don't.
Steph can play with whoever.
Chris Paul,
because-
that type of person though. Even if you ain't got no beef, he gonna
It's
keep pushing.
Draymond,
No,
bro.
it is going to be Draymond. 'Cause
Draymond
think
already
about this.
talking.
CP sets people up. Nigga, Steph is
Steph
like,
want
okay,
that.
cool. I'll play off the ball. It don't matter. Steph gonna get more buckets.
And then
it's Draymond because Draymond is
taking
the
my time
creator.
away.
Exactly. You're taking my possession. So what CP does with Draymond on the court is he moves Draymond to the corner.
Now you got to stand here and play
And Draymond
defense.
want to be
3
creative.
and deeper. See ya. That's
Yeah, and Draymond already came out on some podcast. I think it was Knuckleheads or something like that. He was like, "Yeah, I don't like CP3." So it's all, he's already just out there with it. So it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, they gonna fight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
And then people
interesting.
gonna be like, "Oh, it's now CP's fault," and they gonna try to trade CP. But
They might.
It'll
Or
be
they
a
might
team.
let this shit right
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Knicks will take him in the
Jordan
middle of the season.
Jordan Poole looks like he don't want to be there too. Hell no. This is
They
funny.
asked him about Draymond. He didn't know what to say.
This is funny.
if I'm Jordan Poole, bro, enjoy your money.
Somebody asked
You
him,
in
"Have
DC.
you heard from Draymond?"
Yeah,
Like, bro,
you in
fuck off.
DC, have your fun, bro. Enjoy your money. You got a title. You
He
know
sees a
what
dope ass
Though,
city.
that go to the level of disrespect he's receiving. Like, why would you ask me that? Have you heard from Draymond?
Because that's what I'm saying, bro. They have disrespect the fuck and from the time he won that title to now, he probably is like, bro, I went from heaven to mid level.
he did that last year in Golden State.
I'm just saying, bro, the slander is just unnecessary.
True, but let's look at it from a basketball perspective. Now it's like it's all on me. And for a guard that's creative with the ball like
Let him
that,
do it.
He gonna
Yeah.
average 40 a game. He gonna
he
have
might.
James, he gonna
Shit,
he gonna
he
do
gonna-
James Harden.
He gonna have to fight Kuzma for some of those shots.
Kuz said we bringing the city back. You see that post that Kuz ran?
Chocolate City. Cool's ready, boy.
need to
Chocolate.
chill
Cool's ready.
out.
DC?
Yeah,
They
it's white
light as
chocolate.
hell, bro.
It's
What
white
kind of chocolate is that?
I'm talking about the city overall. Chocolate
It's
City.
white chocolate.
man,
I ain't
that's
talking about
chocolate.
them.
Okay,
It's
all right,
white
we
chocolate
gonna
city.
get out of here. White chocolate city. Yeah, we good. But anyway, August 8th, right? Is that the date? Did we?
Yeah, I think so. Is that
Yep.
the-
So it's only about 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's only about 3 weeks, guys. We just wanted to come back.
Football is back.
Oh yeah, yeah.
the best time of the year is
Yes,
coming up.
absolutely,
October,
nigga.
late September,
That's what
October.
they say.
Love it.
Best
That's
time
what
of the
they
year.
say. So yeah, so we'll be back for that. But yeah, a lot of things happened, so we didn't want to not come back and discuss those things. And yeah, that's it. So we hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we'll be back. We out.
Shout out to
Peace.
the Braves, too.
And the Reds.